clutter bugs you?
Not that you're going to do anything about it, you just want to know.
Yeah. That way I can enjoy the clutter even more.
Give me a second, I'll get y'all some more.
What was it, babe? Did I not hit? I didn't hit go.
You did not hit go, and I'm going to move the...
Our favorite girl found out that it was something else.
Who?
What?
Who's the girl?
Turbo? Yeah, on the turbo. What was it? I can't remember exactly what it was, but it cost her like $250. Okay, good for her.
That was it?
Yeah. So it's an oil change. Yeah.
It is on a lot of vehicles.
What's her name? No, Christina? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it was challenging because, well, it was challenging for everybody, the whole thing. Yeah. She had a weird attitude towards everything. And, you know, if my guy's misdiagnosed, I'm glad she got another opinion. It was better for her. Yeah. Yeah. Because we saw the turbo lines leaking, so I don't know what else it could have been. It was, I can show you. And it's very common.
See, look, Dexter.
Yeah. Maybe they kind of olayed it a little bit, you know.
What is that?
What is Dexter?
Yeah.
Dexter is a good serial killer.
Oh, it's that TV show from
He
like 20
tortures
years
and
ago.
kills bad guys.
That doesn't sound very good.
It's new now.
They have it again?
The new old Dexter.
That sounds
It's
like
the new old Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter.
Old Dexter?
I heard about that show like 20 years ago.
It's a great show. It's about probably when he came out to the original.
It's one of those, it's hard to get into when it started. It was really kind of weird. But once you kind of get in, it does keep you in there.
It's a good show. Even the new one's good.
Was it on Showtime or what is that on?
I think it is Showtime. It's either Showtime or HBO Max.
Yeah.
But it's really good because he murders and kills people, and he knows how to dispose of bodies.
Yeah, he's an expert at, you know.
So have you learned anything useful?
I have learned how to build a kill room. If you can't build a kill room properly, you will get caught. You got to build a kill room out. You got to get the plastic, and then you wrap them with a bunch of saran wrap, kill them, wake them up so they see it. You knife them in the heart, and the blood is all inside. We've got plastic. So if you ever need any tips.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. It's Car Day on the Troubleshooter Show. Happy Friday, Denver. And that's what we do on Fridays. We have car experts in, but of course, we talk about any problem you have. In fact, to the tune of over $300 million in cash, merchandise exchanges, refunds. We've done that. I got Deputy Dollar to my right, my beautiful wife, Suzanne, to my left. Uncle Kevin Sheridan Auto Tech in the house as usual on Friday. Kevin, what is going, man?
Nothing. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, sir. Rod Greer and Bob Perry, both with JFR Cars. Kevin and I were talking before the show, guys, and it's very slow, period. And let me tell you, I deal with people every single day. This week, I had in Fix It 24/7. I have talked with Excel Roofing numerous times over different things. I have talked to Kevin, Sheridan Auto Tech. I have talked to one of our bathroom remodelers. Everybody is slow. It's really astonishing. Everybody's slow. Yep. And when I say even across everything home services, it's not just because it hasn't broke 100 for a week straight. It's not just AC, but plumbing slow. Everything's slow. Guys, are car sales slow, or are you guys rocking and rolling in the used market, new market? You do it all. Where are you guys at?
So actually, the car market right now is very busy, particularly in leasing and some of these electric cars and plug-in hybrids.
Because they're so damn cheap.
Well, that and that $7,500 federal tax credit's going away September 30th.
I didn't think about that.
So that they're all scrambling to get cars. So cars are getting hard to find if they're fully electric or plug-in hybrids that qualify.
That's Bob Perry. Bob, what is the cheapest qualifying car? Nissan Leaf?
Well, probably. I had some people that leased a Fiat. They have a fully electric car, and their payment was $0.
My God, what's it run on? A 9-volt?
It's like the range is 100 miles.
That's it?
Yep.
It must a couple double D's. I mean, it can't be much more than that.
But,
so how much is that? Just retail, or how much is it?
The payment's zero.
Yeah, but we'll talk about the lease aspect, but how much is the retail of that
Oh,
car?
I'm not sure. It's probably in the teens, mid to high teens.
Like 18?
Probably.
Take 18, and then if really you could minus 7,500?
Yes.
So
and
you
then there's
could
a
buy,
residual, so that's why there's no payment, because it still has a residual value at the end.
Well,
so.
hold on here. Let's talk about the lease. And Tim and Suzanne, I promise I'll get to you. In fact, we have an issue with Hyundai leasing on line 1, so we'll do that. And Suzanne's got an issue with her daughter's apartment. But I want to ask you this. If it is $18,000, let's just say it is, that brings it down, if you wanted to pay cash for it, about $12,000.
Okay, so the federal tax credit doesn't apply on a purchase on most of them. You'd have to do that on next year's tax return. They only use it as a cap reduction on a lease.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you owe more than $7,500, do you get that $7,500? Do you get a coupon for $7,500 off your taxes if you buy one?
Yeah, there's a form.
So you will get it.
Yes, you'll just get it next year. And it's a
that's
tax
fine.
credit.
But you basically get a rebate, if you will, of $7,500 a tax credit.
Correct. But
now, if you do the lease aspect of it, how does that work? You said zero payment. How much down on something like that?
So then the manufacturers are using that tax credit as a cap reduction. So it's like a down payment. So you still have to pay tax on that.
Got it.
And so it brings it down to where, like I say, it'll still have a residual value or an end of term value. So you get to a point where there's no depreciation. And
you got to help me. So what does that mean per month?
So it could mean nothing. So if the $7,500, let's say it's a 17.5 car.
Wait, you're telling me, wait, I'm not hearing this right. Because what I just heard is you could get a car, lease a car for, 3 years?
Yes.
Lease a car for 3 years and have no monthly payment?
Correct.
That's how the hell do you get a free car?
Well, so
it's a free
not
car.
Free, so you still have to pay tax on the down payment.
Okay, how much is that?
Well, it depends on your tax area. If you're in a 5% and it's $7,500.
I'm at 3.1, so whatever that is.
Yeah, so it'd be
$800.
So, yeah, it wouldn't be much. That's
so then
what it takes to get into it.
So I pay my $800. I might get one just to park out front.
Well, if you want to, they're all tempting, but at the end of the day, do you really want one?
No.
And you got to pay insurance, and you got to buy plates.
It would bring down the value of my Tesla just being close to it. But honestly, so you're telling me you have people right now, if they call JFR, and long as they qualify for lease or whatever, they can get into a car that retails at $18,000, like a Nissan Leaf, or what was that one? The battery?
The Fiat.
The Fiat. You can get into something like that with all the incentives and have no payment.
It's possible. It's rare, but
Kevin,
they can have.
What do you make of that?
Well, you see the advertisements for the Leaf for $19 a month.
Right.
$19 a month. You can drive a Nissan Leaf.
Yes.
God, I just, that's... they must be going out of business. No, that's the worst business model I ever heard.
What they're doing is because electric cars don't sell.
So the depreciation at the end of 3 years is basically equal to the $7,500 tax credit.
Yep. Correct.
So it's basically at the end of the term, you have a car that's worth, if you did want to go buy it out at the end of 3 years, it's going to be dirt cheap.
And because it's electric, it may not be worth dirt cheap. And if it is... Then you have the option to buy it.
It'll be like the old LCD TVs and stuff. You got to pay Best Buy $200 to come get it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
So you have options at the end of the lease. All they're doing right now is trying to get rid of these cars because people aren't buying them.
Do you need a car?
Well, no.
For $19?
Well, the $19 for a spare car sounds very enticing. However, JFR Cars brought up a very good point. You still got to insure it.
Yeah.
Registration is going to be cheap, but my insurance, what would it cost? $150, $200 a month for a car like that?
For that car? It's a go-kart.
Well, I just looked at a picture of it. It's
small. It's very small.
If something hits you, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If the smallest Ford or Chevy hits you in that, you're probably
you're dead. You're done. Look at this
Is
thing.
it bigger than a smart car?
A little bit, not much.
Oh, my goodness. I digress. Tim, what's going on? Hey, Tim, you're up, sir.
Hey, thanks, guys, for taking my call. I appreciate it.
You got it.
We leased a Hyundai back in June of of 21, and it was my father-in-law, put it under his name only. He passed away in April of last year. So I called Hyundai and told them that he actually had 2 Hyundais leased at one time. We returned one. That was his car, and we kept the one that was his wife's. And we told them what our intentions would be at the end of the lease. And we made 10 total calls before the end of 9 calls before the end of the lease, which was 6/7/25, to tell them what our intention was.
What was your intention?
Was to buy the car out at the end of the contract.
Okay, hold on. I don't want you to say another word, Tim. Hey, Bob, I've never looked at a leasing contract like I have other contracts. I've never leased a car. So let me ask you this. How does that work? If Suzanne leases a car, I don't want to use my wife, I'll use Dimitri. So if Dimitri...
Oh, my goodness.
If Dimitri leases a car and then dies...
Dimitri dies instead of me?
Exactly.
Probably in the tiny car.
In the tiny car.
You got hit by a rabbit.
So if that does happen, like it happened to these guys here, this caller, technically, not usually what will the company do, but in the lease, what provisions are there? Are you supposed to turn it in immediately?
So if it's not, if the deceased, if it's only in their name, then they, it's up to the estate, but someone can't keep that car if they're not on the lease. So they did get to keep one. I'm surprised. And the purchase option is only for the lessee, and the lessee's deceased. So that's not passed on to anybody else.
So if they wanted to, they could sell it to them, but by no means do they have to.
By contract, they don't.
Yeah, of course. Well, if it made sense, if someone was making them an offer they can't refuse, they might take it, right?
Maybe, but they probably won't.
They probably won't.
Right.
So go ahead, Tim. I just wanted to clarify how it generally works since Bob's here. So what happened? You wanted to buy it out, but what did the bank say, even though you left all these messages? Where did you end up?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you guys may have just answered the question, but they made a lot of promises to call back, and they were going to escalate the call to different departments. Nobody ever got back to us, and then so we just sent the check for the buyout, which was on the contract. The contract stated nothing about renewal or about letter of intent before the end of the term, anything like that. Pretty simple agreement, really. So but
it can be as simple as you want it to be, but it's not with you.
Wait, did they cash the check? That's an important...
no way. Don't tell me they cashed the check.
They cashed the check, yeah.
And then what? Did you get the money back?
They cashed the check. Yeah, they cashed the check. So the lease was over 6/7 of this year. We sent the check 6/2 with a letter that said, we've called 9 times unsuccessfully, no follow-up calls after many promises. So here's the contract, here's the amount, here's our check. So they said, okay, we received your check, everything's great, congratulations, your car. And then 2 weeks later, they sent us a Hyundai check back saying your opportunity to purchase the car at the end of the term has expired. Here's your money back.
So they didn't even, do they know, was it your father-in-law or your father?
Yeah, my father-in-law.
Did they even know that he passed?
They did, yeah.
Okay.
They did know.
They did know. But they're not even saying that's the reason. They're saying the reason is you sent it too late.
That's right.
So Bob, what do you make of that?
Well, not totally sure, but most of the manufacturers, when it comes down to purchasing the car, they send you to a Hyundai dealer to do that.
And they don't
generally take the money direct from someone because they have to collect sales tax on the residual value or the buyout.
Yeah.
And so they're not equipped to do that. So they send you to a Hyundai dealer to complete that.
But at this point...
Wait, Mark. I mean, if we look at this from a perspective that's just purely that of contracts...
The guy's dead.
No, but look at the caller who sent the check was cashed. He made an offer. The offer was accepted, right? And
I don't know if I agree with that. If I send a check, let me just say this, man. If I send a check to Wells Fargo and make it out to Wells Fargo and it's from Marc Mager for $800. I'd assume soon as they receive the check, they're going to deposit it somewhere.
Right,
They might not apply it to the right place or do anything else, but I doubt they're not going to deposit
But
it.
that's materially different from what our caller did. He sent in not only a check, but a letter explaining this
But
is...
he doesn't
to
have the right
purchase-
to do it. It'd be like if I sent you a check and a letter, and the letter said, okay, I now own your car if you cash this check.
Yeah, and acceptance of that offer would be cashing in that check.
I don't see
I
it. But
think it's
Bob,
a
you deal with these
simple-
leasing companies every day.
Sure. I mean, they're gonna deposit the check because that's what they do. But you got clerks looking at this. They don't know what the contract says. They don't know whose purchase option it is at that point.
Nor do they care. Their only job is to deposit the check.
Then they shouldn't deposit the check.
But that's
Well,
not
you're
how the
talking to
world
clerks.
works.
Well, I know that's not how the world wants to work, but from purely contract law perspective,
No way.
So
if
they don't
you
have
get
the
my
purchase
offer,
option in the contract.
No way. There is nothing there. You can't write somebody a letter with the check, and if the check gets deposited, the letter becomes fact. It's just not correct.
Okay, in order for two parties to assent to a contract, there has to be an offer, there has to be consideration, there has to be an
No one
acceptance.
accepted his offer.
They did. They cashed the
But
check.
there's a
That's
contract
accepted.
that doesn't give them that right
Well,
to buy
the two
it.
might be in conflict. I agree.
Right.
The lease agreement and the acceptance of this check might be in conflict.
He always goes down these rabbit holes.
Yep.
It's just not correct. I can't write a letter to Chase Home Mortgage and send them a check for $500 and in the letter saying, if this gets deposited, the rest of my mortgage is paid off. And they deposit that check because that's what clerks do when it comes in, and now I don't owe them a mortgage. There's not a judge in the world that would do that.
Right, but let's get back to the issue at hand. And maybe we talk to one of our lawyers who's an expert on contracts.
But the guy who wrote the check didn't own the car.
no, of course,
You're
because
He's trying to buy,
now-
he's trying to
because
buy a
now-
car he doesn't even own.
Yeah, it's like me paying off your car and then sending me the title.
No,
it is.
that's materially different.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
No, it's not.
I mean, Hyundai
Hold on. I still got to take this break. Tim, hold on. 303-713-8255. Oh my God. Your offer and acceptance is way off.
It's like
Mark,
a restrictive
What?
endorsement.
You're on your
in
own
the
with
back of the
Genesis.
check.
Remember that.
Yeah, but he didn't own the car to be able to buy the lease.
Yeah, his name's not on it anywhere. He
His
doesn't
name is
have.
not
Hold on,
anything.
guys.
679-8509.
I want to tell you about CMG. You realize these guys are the bank no matter how you look at it. If you want a home loan, and I don't care if it's a reverse mortgage, you realize they'll get you the best interest rate, even though it's a reverse mortgage, and the best fee structure when you actually close on it. They're going to save you money compared to the rest. They loan out over $2 billion, $2 billion a month. All the other guys, or most of the other guys that you hear on the radio, the side of the buses, on TV, everything, you know what those guys are? They're middlemen. That's all they are. They go to banks like CMG. They mark up the interest rate. They make the spread. That's how they line their pockets. CMG is the bank. And when you close with them, it is super fast because the underwriters, everybody that has to do with it is right there. They loan in every single state in the country. The best rates, the best people. You got to check them out. Call my friend John Clace. You go to I almost said My Money My Way. You go to partnerinlending.com. That's partnerinlending.com. Now I want to tell you about Genesis Total Exteriors. These guys are unbelievable. If you need a new deck, if you need a new gazebo built or a deck repair, how about a new fence? You know how hard it is to find a good fence company these days? Anything on the exterior of your house, they can do. They painted our house about 5 years ago. It looks like they did it yesterday. They also do work on the inside of your house. They can do remodels. They can do painting on the inside. They can do virtually anything you could imagine. Mark and the gang has been around for about 20 years. They are so good at what they do. We've been talking about them right here on the Troubleshooter Show for about 15. You're going to love Mark. You're going to love his crews. You're going to love their pricing. They even do roofs. So if you want to have everything checked for hail damage, windows, give them a call. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Kevin, to address your very good point, My position is that they've been accepting this guy's payments every month since the original leasee died. So they agreed to a modification of that lease.
They don't really care who the check comes from for the payment as long as it's made.
Oh, I know they don't care.
Right.
But the point is, if they've been accepting this guy's
So if I
checks,
pay your car for the next 3 months, then I basically own your car using your logic.
no, that's
Because
different.
Everything's different. Everything's different.
Well, a lot of things are different because they're not the same, Mark.
Two. When I say two, that means Dimitri's wrong. I'm sick and tired of having to spell it out. You can't just send a company a letter and a check, and if the check gets deposited, it's written in stone.
But
That's insanity.
There's more to it than that. They've agreed to a modification of that.
They have not.
By
They have
accepting
not.
this guy's
Who
payment.
agreed
They have
to
not.
it?
The
He would have
company
to-
that's been cashing this guy's monthly checks.
How do you know he wasn't on auto pay and it was still coming out?
Yeah,
of his
that's a
account?
possibility too.
I thought he said he's been paying.
Well, it's been being paid.
Oh, okay. If it's been being paid, then of course that's not.
But
what
you're
I-
also going to modify it to the point where you're going to put the title in a name other than what's on the lease?
Well,
They can't.
because it starts with a sale, right? So my position is that they accepted an offer on that car. Therefore, they have to turn the title.
They didn't
They
accept
didn't
it.
accept it. He
It's
just mailed them a
so
check.
flawed.
Cashing a check is an acceptance. It's exactly the same as a restrictive
he
endorsement.
doesn't have the
Exactly.
opportunity to buy
Okay,
it.
so next time I write a check to
Yes.
somebody,
Yes.
I'm going to put something in the memo that says I
Not a
own your
memo.
fucking
Not the
children.
memo. On the back of the check.
If I want, there's a lot of the kids I don't want.
We've all heard the term restrictive endorsement,
I know what you're saying.
right?
It's like when you get a settlement.
I'm gonna
offer, you
lease
have to
him.
Sign the back and it says acceptance of this.
Can we
offer.
lease him out to Ross?
You know,
Some people
And I have another example that
Some people have successfully annulled credit card bills by sneaking in a restrictive endorsement, right? So a sophisticated company always watches for that. Now, in this case, this is more than a restrictive endorsement. It's actually a written offer to buy.
You're insane.
not.
Call John Fuller.
You're insane.
Call
This
Fuller.
guy has no right to
It'd
buy
be a
the
short
car.
conversation.
He has no right to do
That's
anything.
not his option.
I might as well just start writing letters to every mortgage company out there saying this is for 1578, blah, 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 or this one's for 1604, blah, blah, blah in Texas. And one of them's going to cash a check and I'm going to own the fucking house.
No, because none of...
What's the difference?
Well, there's a big difference.
This guy doesn't own the car. A dead person owns the car.
Well, no,
in fact, it's even worse than that.
They don't
The
know.
bank owns the
Hyundai
car.
owns the
Hyundai owns the car.
Hyundai's the owner. He's the lessee is all.
But Hyundai
This
doesn't.
guy stepped into
You
the
can't
shoes.
force Hyundai. I'm sorry, we're back. 303-713-8255. If you listen on YouTube, you'll either hang yourself or you won't. I just can't. I don't want to bring this down a rabbit hole from hell. I'm going to bring Tim back up. And Tim's argument, and I don't even know if he's arguing. He's calling for help, and we're going to help him. We have a leasing expert here. But basically, his father-in-law passes away. He's in a lease with Hyundai. I don't care what kind of car it is. The lease is with Hyundai Leasing. So father-in-law passes away, still has a term on the lease. The buyout comes. Tim looks at the lease contract and sends Hyundai Leasing a check for whatever the buyout says. I don't know how much it is. By the way, how much was it, Tim? I am curious.
It was $23,800.
So he writes them a check for $23,800. Now let's remember, the father-in-law didn't own the car. The father-in-law who passed away is the only signature they have, and he did contractually have a right to buy the car at the end of the term. He did have that right if that's how the lease was written. I assume it was. For whatever amount was stated there, whatever the residual was, plus sales tax, and then there's probably fees for title and other stuff too. I don't know. Whatever that looks like. Correct. So Tim sends in a check. They cash the check. Then they send him a check back and say, no deal, you were too late. Now, the too late part, I don't even care about because Tim didn't even have an option to buy this car. It wasn't up to Tim to buy this car. Tim's father-in-law didn't own the car. Tim didn't own the car. Hyundai owns this car. They didn't want to do it. Tim and Deputy D next to me are making the argument because along with the check they sent in, they wrote a letter stating what they were doing. Who cares? Like I said to Dimitri, Tim, no offense, I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with Dimitri at this point. If I write a letter to Wells Fargo or any mortgage company, let's take CMG. I talk about them all the time. I know people that have used CMG, probably 20 of them, in the last couple months since I've been talking about them. I find those people's addresses out. I write a check for $500 and I instruct CMG that here's $500. I am buying that property and now own it. Because right now CMG owns it. The bank owns it. Okay. But now I'm going to pay it off and basically do that for $500. And I send those out, and then every check they cash, I end up owning that house. Or even better yet. No. It's even better yet. I send Domino's Pizza a check for $10, a $10 check, just to some Domino's Pizza. And I have a handwritten note with instructions. I now get free pizza 3 times a day for the rest of my life. And somebody there cashes a check. Dimitri would have you believe they now owe me 3, 10, 20 pizzas, whatever I instruct, every day for the rest of my life.
Mark, that yellow flag you see in the field is for the illegal use of a straw man argument. My position is that Tim, having been making these monthly payments on behalf of the deceased lessee, has stepped into the shoes of the original
Doesn't work
lessee.
that way. He has no contractual agreement. Let's just talk to the expert once again.
Well,
how long have you been doing leasing deals, Bob?
Oh, probably over 40 years.
Oh, 40? Oh, that's it? Only 40 years.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, 40 years. Let me ask you something, Dimitri. Okay. How many leasing deals have you done, and for how long?
In my entire life?
Yes.
0.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to the 40-year-old.
Just the opposite argument. If this guy said he made payments for 6 months and he stopped, can he be sued for stopping payments?
No.
Of course not. And that's the converse of what you're trying to say, that they assumed him in the contract, but they can't make him responsible for the rest of the contract because they took 6 months of payment.
And here's another example of what they don't do. So say Tim went to Rod and said, I want to buy my car, and Rod calls Hyundai and said, I want to pay off this car. They're going to tell Rod, you don't have the right to pay this car off. You're not the lessee. They're the only ones that have the option to purchase it. Not JFR, not, his son-in-law, only the lessee.
Well, I agree. You're 100% correct. But if he made that call that you just described and said, here's my check for that car, and they cashed the check. They would tell him to go to Hyundai dealer, and they would tell him he can't buy it. Yeah, I mean, you bring up a really good point. Does the entity that cashed this check even have the authority to sell the car? So I think that's what this hinges on.
It's Hyundai.
I thought he sent it to some bank. Did he send it to?
No, he sent it to Hyundai Leasing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Hyundai Leasing certainly has the authority to sell the car.
Yeah, I know, but they don't have to sell it to him.
They don't have to sell it. I agree. They don't have. That's not my point. They don't have to, but they agreed to by receiving a written offer to sell them to sell them this car.
Dimitri, here's what kills me about your argument. In your example, I could own half the world now just by mailing people checks. No. One of them's going to screw up. I could buy the Eiffel Tower if some idiot that owns it. If someone in the city of Paris cashes my check and I give them a note that says I want to buy the Eiffel Tower, my God, I now own it. It's an insane argument.
All right, I've got 3 hours to research this.
Oh my God!
Good luck.
Oh goodness gracious! 303 Tim. I'm sorry. Do you have any other questions? You just don't have a leg to stand on. How much are they willing to sell it to you for? Have you actually tried to, talk to them?
Yeah, yeah, I have. It's funny. A lot of the things that you guys are discussing have occurred. So they're asking us to go to a Hyundai dealership, and they want to charge us when we get to the dealership $1,500, and they want to keep the car for 2 days. Well,
yeah, but that's normal. That might not be normal for the actual leasee.
Correct.
But that could be normal in this case. They want the doc prep. They want all the fees.
Yeah, they're turning it into a car deal because Tim doesn't have the right to buy the car. The dealer has the right to pay it off, and then they're selling it to him at a $1,500 charge.
That's how it works.
And they'll collect taxes and probably dealer handling and turn it into a car deal.
Now, if they never knew he passed, this would be a different story. Because they
can,
could have
yes.
paid it off and no one, I mean, I bet that happens all the time.
It does, absolutely.
So what you should have done in hindsight is not say a word.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, not like it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen to you again, but I'm saying if anybody out there listening too, I mean, really, that's the best way to handle this stuff.
And a lot of times people don't want to buy the car because it's not worth the payoff of the residual value.
Like
and
we were
that's-
talking about on the electrics.
Correct.
No one would ever want to do that.
Right, so then they can turn it in, and if there were charges for turning it in, it would go against the estate, and they wouldn't have to pay that, so.
Yeah. And then that's the other thing, and that was kind of what Kevin was saying. Imagine, like, if your father-in-law dies, and it happens to be an electric car, and it's so upside down, and the buyout's $18,000, and Hyundai says, well, you have to buy it out. I mean, you're not part of the contract. You're not part of anything.
He doesn't have to make any of the payments either. He gives it back to him upon death, and you're done.
You should have just kept paying it and then paid it off, and never, no one would have been the wiser, nor would anyone really have cared.
But he had two of them and turned one in, if I remember the story.
And he was able to turn it in early because of the death.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, Tim, thanks for getting me riled up. First call. Bob, I'll come to you for the comment on it right after this. Holy moly.
YouTube says I'm right.
No, they
Yeah.
Rod, you should have jumped in.
But you can't make him responsible for that.
You gonna try that?
Yeah, they both have to be in conjunction. So in other words,
I see what you're saying.
he makes 3 payments and skips the 4th, and they sue him for the payment, saying you made 3, now you're liable for it. That doesn't hold water either. So you can't go both. It can't go both ways.
I agree with exactly what you said, but I'm looking at it as a conflict between.
You're looking at it too.
You're number 2. Who wants something from the break room? Coffee, water.
I'd love it.
We're good.
Okay.
Mark,
Coffee. Yeah. Anybody?
Good.
this is
thank
what
you.
I put to Nick Ravine as.
Who is it?
Cool.
Ice cold or just cold?
Two.
It's ice cold. Do you want me to microwave it a little bit?
Shake it too.
Okay.
Hell yeah, great.
So don't,
Yeah, it's not-
don't try to offer to pay or anything.
Yeah, I don't care if we pay. I mean, it's not horrible. Did you look at it?
No, I didn't. I was afraid to after you said.
Say, let me talk to Mark. I tell him you haven't seen it. Wait, just yet.
Okay. I tried to do a good deed this morning. I'm on the run with my dogs, and this dog is following me all the way home. A big Colorado mountain dog, sweet as can be. He had a collar. I didn't see the collar at first.
Oh, big puppy.
He's so cute. So I'm like, I'd seen him on a different road a couple days ago, so I don't even know what house, like the vicinity's
Yeah,
at.
he's right there
So
somewhere.
I bring him, he follows me home, so I'm like, I'm going to put him in the backyard and give him some water, put it on the neighborhood Facebook page, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, then I thought, I'll go out and just look to see if he's got a tag, and he did. I get a hold of the owner, but in the meantime, the dog comes on our deck. He starts jumping at our brand new door and rips our brand new sliding screen. And it's like, I said to Mark, like, no good deed goes unpunished.
What a
Like,
sweet dog, though.
he was so sweet. But this
I'll tell you
door
what's
is
happening.
like 2 months old.
He's got a proximity
$5,000 for the
collar
whole
on.
thing.
Oh, and he got through.
He's got a zapper and he's got a fence. So if they get to the other side, they're not coming back. But he's so big now at 8 or 9 months. That collar ain't doing
And
jack
when
shit.
the owner said where he lived, this dog was over a mile away from his house.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't want him stuck on the road and getting more lost.
Or
and-
getting hit, or
anything. But he was trying to follow us the other day. But then some other person.
They got to get a fence.
Yeah, it's just
Not only that,
frustrating.
a dog gets a rabbit or a squirrel or a turkey or a deer. It ain't
chasing.
stopping for a little shock. That thing's already in hyper mode.
Yeah, he's a big old puppy. He was cute. But he ripped our new screen.
You'd have to have a shock collar just outright put him down.
I like those dogs, though. They're cute.
They are cute. They kind of look like oversized labs or something.
Yep,
They're just
yep.
huge.
They just have a really good personality.
Yeah, they do. Real chill.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this thing's going to jog home because I'm 3/4 of the mile from home, and I'm going, this big old thing's going to jog with us? Okay. Oh. We had Joe Chiano from Become the Banker over with his family a few weeks ago. So she was telling me Jordan is his son,
yeah.
and he has a girlfriend. I guess they're trying to, I didn't know pugs were like a hybrid of something and something, and they're trying to go back to, or maybe it's Shar-Peis. I was a little confused on that because they're all, they're all droopy and skinny.
And sneezy.
Yeah, are they a hybrid of something?
Pugs?
And, yeah, she was like
No.
working with an organization who was trying to reverse that stuff.
Mark,
or something. I'll ask her.
Chopper
again.
can't talk.
As far as I know, it's just
His
a
throat
Chinese
condition
breed.
is
It's
back.
been
What is
forever.
I don't
Maybe
know,
she was
some
talking
kind of a
Shar-Peis.
neurological
Are
thing
those
he
the one
got
that are really?
last fall.
They're
Remember
really
that?
know
Maybe
lot
that's
So
of
he
loose
asked
skin,
me to
yeah.
bring up the
They
topic
call him
of
a
that
Chinese
woman who kept some landscapers' tools and
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
pay
yeah.
him.
Because
He
we
got-
have two.
well, no,
yeah, I
the
know
question
you do.
for you
That's
will
what I
be, what does he have to
thought
do to file a
They're just
lien on
house
her
dogs.
property?
Should we get him on?
Are they?
Oh,
are they a
yeah.
mixed
Let's
breed?
totally
Tell,
do that.
tell him to get
Bulldog?
Kelly on. We got time for sure.
I
Maybe
think
she-
they're all related in there somewhere because of the short snout and everything else.
Yeah, the snorting.
Because the Frenchies have the same snout and the same breeding problems. They've bred stupidity into the breeds. It's just they can't breathe, especially at this altitude.
Yeah,
You know,
that's funny.
he runs around for 20 minutes and
Yeah,
so
exhausted.
well, he just can't get enough air.
Oh, let's see here. Is this a extended warranty? Let's see here. What is your number? Okay. Okay, Kelly, check email. Kelly, check email. Call Michelle. Hey, Kel. Hey, can you check? Look at the screen. That's all I need you to do for my note. Lady's ready to be called in help email.
All right, 303-713-8255. You've been ripped off or taken advantage of. We would love to hear from you. It's Car Danny, car questions you have as well. Suzanne, do me a favor.
Yeah.
I want you to write a check. Make it out to Broncos, Denver Broncos. I'm reading.
Okay.
I'm reading here, and the address to send that check to is 1701 Bryant Street.
Are we going to buy the Broncos?
Thank you. Suite 100, Denver, Colorado 80204. Send them a check for.
Maybe I should write it to Walmart since they own them.
No, Denver Broncos, because we're sending it to them. I looked up the address. So make it out to Denver Broncos. In the memo, put see attached. And let's make it for $1,000. What the hell? I feel good today.
Consider it done, Mark.
But you're going to print out a letter that says, we now own the Broncos by depositing this check, see memo, and then put it in the mail, and everybody in this room, free season passes when I own the Broncos.
Except
for
we-
Dimitri, of course.
No. You're the one that gave me the idea. You get your own box suite.
Oh, thank you.
You get everything.
I can't wait.
In fact, you can be the coach.
Well, can you get me in with the cheerleaders?
Good one. Hey, Bob, what's your comment on the leasing deal?
Well, guys, you're missing the easy solution.
Oh, I can't wait.
The deceased man's estate can buy that car.
Well, let's go back to our leasing expert. Well, at this point, wait a minute. Even if that was true, I've got to argue with you because the reason Hyundai told him, they said it was too late, meaning he paid it off, I think he said, on the 2nd, he sent the check in, and it had to be done by the 7th. So at this point, that wouldn't fix the issue. But let's say the estate purchased it or attempted to purchase it beforehand. Have you ever dealt with that?
I mean, I never have. I think that's probably more of a legal question, what the estate can do, because I don't think they can buy it either. I mean, and I don't know why they would.
Why do you think the estate could buy it?
Well, the estate has the obligation to pay it off if there was money owed on it. The estate has to settle all debts.
Yeah, no, the estate's supposed to settle debts, that's sure. But I don't know how that works within a lease by any means.
Well, they're entitled to all the benefits of the contract.
You know what? Let's get you know what, Bob? You bring up a good argument, even though you're wrong in this case. No, he's only wrong because of the time frame. I'm starting to actually agree with him, but I'd like to hear from Dan McKenzie if we could get him on, because that is curious. The estate probably does have the.
I wouldn't give up on the date that quick.
Why?
Check it out a little more. If they gave notice, they may have a right to buy that thing.
Well, what do you mean? If they had to do something if in the paperwork, in the lease, it says you have to, go down to the dealer and buy it before, let's say 8/1, and now it's 8/8. Who cares if...
read that lease. I'd verify everything.
Well, how does that work? I mean, no, let's go to our leasing expert. He's only been doing it 40 years.
So what's the question?
The question is this.
You haven't read the lease. You don't know what the date.
It's a Hyundai lease. How many Hyundai leases have you done?
Well, it's called a Reg M lease contract, and all the terms and everything in there, they're all very similar because it's a law. I mean, they have a contract they have to use.
Have you ever seen anybody go past, if the one party that has a date of, say, 8/1 is example, on 8/8, is there anything in the lease that could force them to still... sell it to them?
So most leases, if you pass the date that it's due and the next payment is due, they want another full payment. Leases you pay in advance. So if the lease was up on the 2nd or the 7th or whatever, on the 8th, another payment is due if you haven't paid it off or turned it in or done whatever. So they would just continue to collect payments until they get their car back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Bob, I am going to ask Mackenzie on that if we could get him up.
Okay. Verify everything that the guys told you and that the leasing company has said. You gotta read the contract to find out what it really says and not just what they say it says.
It says that there's an option for the lessee, the guy that passed away, to buy the vehicle. It's his purchase option.
The lease that he signed. You don't know.
My God, it's a Hyundai lease. He's saying it's the same. You know what? Is this your brother, Dimitri?
Listen, guys, think about this. We don't know the exact dates that are in that lease until you see it.
Well, he's the one that told us. The caller is the one that said what the dates were.
Did you ever make a contract?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I would be curious what legal says if the estate can buy it. I don't think they can, but it'd be interesting to know.
I'm glad Bob brought that up. But I mean, I'm not going to look at the lease on the dates, Bob, when the guy that called who wants to buy it said the dates on there. Why would I do that? Like the guy that calls for help is going to lie about the date he doesn't want? It just doesn't make sense. 303-713-8255. 303 Martino. Holy shit.
It's all Dimitri's fault.
Demetrius.
Holy shit.
That's funny.
See, that's how he wins his
We're on a roll
lawsuits.
today.
He just keeps coming. But I think he's right. I mean, the estate can't purchase a car the estate doesn't own. The bank owns the car. They have the option.
Does she know to try to get Dan?
Oh, I bought something for you for car day. I'll be right back.
Who do I? Okay. CMG Financial, man, I'll tell you what, John Clace has done so many solids for Suzanne and I. He saved us money. We got the all-in-one loan on our house about 5 or 6 years ago. We came over from a traditional mortgage and we paid our house off using it. Most people that are in that product pay off their house in 7 years. Think about that. It's simple interest, not compounded, and it's a 30-year line of credit on the equity that you have built up in your house. You can use it any time and they can't take it away for 30 years. And at the end of the term, the house is paid off. But like I said, most people have that house paid off within 7 years when they're using the all-in-one. In fact, if you look over in Europe, that's about all they do. The United States is about the only place that charges all the interest up front on home loans. Check out all the details. Call John. Go to mypartnerinlending.com. Partnerinlending.com. Let's see here.
Was he called by a different company, Mark?
Say that again, sir?
Was he called by a different name when you guys got your loan? I don't remember that name.
CMG?
Yeah.
John Clace is his name.
But he had the same company title?
He's been with CMG forever.
Okay.
He's been with CMG, I think, 30 years. He's one of the, he's the branch manager.
Okay.
On the lending side.
I have a message into Mackenzie.
You can't get a better deal on a loan, though. I mean, you just can't.
Okay.
All these other people, literally, they're middlemen. All the ones, I don't want to say it because they advertise heavily here, but, I mean, all they do is go to banks like CMG, make a deal, and then take the spread. I mean, that's kind of the deal.
Okay.
But you go with John, though.
Okay.
Partner in lending. And that 30-year line of credit's unbelievable. That's what we have in our house. So our house is completely paid off, and 80% of the value of the house we have access to just by either using a credit card, a debit card, or by writing a check, just like that.
What's the interest rate? Is it
There's zero. It fluctuates with what interest rates are. It used to be called LIBOR. I don't know what it's called now. But when you don't owe anything, there is no interest. We don't owe anything on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just available when you need it.
Whenever you need it. Like we've been shopping for houses in Louisiana, so we don't have to, we find a realtor and we just get a letter from the bank saying, yeah, they have this much money. So it's like cash deal. Even though it's out of a line of credit and that thing, it doesn't matter. It's still a cash deal.
And you could turn it into a mortgage later if you wanted to.
I could write you a check right now for whatever. It's a line of credit. There's no questions asked.
Right.
I can go to Vegas. I go to MGM right now and write a check for $500,000. They don't give a shit.
Right. But then you have to pay it back.
Yeah. And then as soon as you pay it back, though,
No, you go to Vegas and double it.
then you double it, pay it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how they built those big fancy hotels.
I don't know if my wife would agree with that. No, it's worth a shot.
You have to talk her into it.
Right. Don't come back home.
No, no kidding. Oh, if you did that. Oh, no.
The key to Vegas
Well, I'm
is
sure that happens all the time.
you win and you leave. If
Nobody
you sit
does
at
that,
anything,
My ex would never do that. She would be up $1,500, $2,000 on quarter slots in a matter of 30 minutes, and she would never leave with a penny.
we do pretty good. I mean,
But she'd never.
Because she wanted more.
yeah,
You know? Yeah.
because all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm on their money,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden, I'm back on my money.
My girlfriend, we don't go anymore because she's flushed.
She was that bad.
Yeah, it's because I'd go push the button and get the ticket, and she's pissed. And one time, I'm holding it out, and the security should have come over because it looked weird because she's tiny, and I'm holding the ticket so she can't get it. So security comes up, ma'am, is he with you? And she's hesitating, and I'm looking. I say, you walking home tonight? And she thanked me later, but she will never stop.
Yeah,
It's not like you go up there to make money, but I mean, it's time to go.
If you break even, you won.
Yeah, just go have fun. Too many nights she's like way down.
And then you try and get to even when you're way up. Then you get below a point. You want to get back to that way up, and you never do.
That's my brother. He's that guy. I said, you were up $2,000. What happened? Yeah, he says, well, this happened. I said, no. What happened was you didn't want to leave. But that's just it. I mean, when you break it down, how hard you got to work to make $2,000? Right.
Kelly, did you try that apartment lady back?
She didn't have her number. She asked me for the number.
Oh, okay.
Then you got a clear mind. I want to keep my money. Yeah, that's what I expect.
It's your money, you want it. Your money.
House money, man. Right.
All right, 303-713-8255. We got lines open. We're going to get, I don't know why Dimitri just walked in with spark plugs, but I wanted to ask you about Chopper's deal. Deputy Chopper, he has an issue talking right now. His throat hurts or something.
Yeah.
But he was dealing with a woman, and I think Tom probably took the call. It's very curious, though. So he did some landscaping work at her house?
Yeah, a gentleman called us a week or two ago, and he actually called twice. He's a landscaper, and he was hired by a woman, a homeowner, to do some landscaping. Apparently, this woman is not the easiest to deal with. So she not only didn't pay she found all kinds of excuses not to pay his bill, but also she won't allow him to come back and pick up his tools. So it's like shovels and pickaxes or something like that. Not only did she
Is
not
she
pay,
saying he damaged stuff and that's why he's keeping the tools? He actually owes her money? What's her side of the story?
Well, if I remember correctly, her only side of the story is that she just has some general, perhaps non-specific reasons that she's dissatisfied with the quality of the work. However, there's still no excuse for keeping the guy's tools, right? He actually needs them to continue working, continue to earn a living.
What kind of tools are we talking
like
about?
Landscaping tools, like shovels and pickaxes, and whatever else landscapers use.
Have we talked to her and say, hey, give the guy the tools back?
Well, I think Chopper actually talked to her and apparently got nowhere. So the landscaper now is faced with two options. He can certainly sue her for the money that he feels she owes. And
how long ago did he do this work?
I think it was a couple of months ago.
Boy, if it was a couple months ago, if it's been less than 90 days, possibly even 120, depending on if he did materials or just service, but lien the property.
Yeah, that's the second option that he and Chopper discussed. So this landscaper would like to get some, not legal advice from you, but he has never filed a mechanic's lien on anybody's house, and neither have I, and neither has Chopper.
Well, the first thing you would do, is this Justin? Is this who it is? Won't surrender tools.
Oh.
Hey, Justin, I'm glad you called. Let me ask you something. Did you get your tools back, first of all?
No.
What is her deal? Is she saying you did damage and that's why she's keeping the tools? I mean, really, what's her side? And do you know if Chopper actually talked to her?
I don't know what he said to her. I know he said that he had talked to her.
I'd like to get her on. In fact, Kelly, let me put you on hold, Justin. Leaning in small claims court, there's all kinds of remedies here, but common sense says we should be able to make a deal here. I mean, why would she be keeping stuff that's probably no value to her just to bust his balls or something?
Yeah,
well, how much work did he do, dollar-wise?
Justin, how much money does she owe you? And did she pay you anything?
Okay, two things. It's Jason, first of all, just so that...
Would you change that on the screen, please?
Sorry about that.
No, it's not you. Go ahead.
So I went and started, I had an opportunity to do a job for this lady last year.
Yeah.
And I got a bad vibe from her.
Okay.
So I never went back and I never did the job.
Did she give you money up front?
No.
Okay.
But then this year, the gentleman that, he mows lawns.
Okay.
For all these people.
Sure.
He asked me again to please go back, and the lady wanted me to do the job.
What did you do?
And
What was the job?
I was like, okay. I went over there. I was supposed to do a drip system for her.
Around her flowers.
Yes.
All right, hold on though, man. Really, we're right up. I'm going to have music playing here in about 10 seconds. So hold on. Kelly, get the lady's number too. I'd love to hear her side. We got to get this guy his tools back. Let's try to figure this out. I want to know if she thinks he owes her money. That'd be the interesting part. All right, 303 Martino. We got a lot cooking. I want to hear from you. We got 3 lines open, 303-713-8255. You've been ripped off by a contractor, need help with a landlord. This, my friend, is a show for you.
Always suspicious when they
Holy
Like,
cazoli.
how much? Well, the guy cuts long. It's like, how much money?
He went a year ago to something he didn't do. It was
That's
even
what I
worse
mean.
than
It's
that.
just like, how much do you think she owes you? How much work did you do?
Well,
My understanding is that the
Started
woman
out with
is.
a guy that cuts grass.
I think Dimitri was the woman from Russia or something,
That's what chocolate is.
and
What's that got to do
apparently
with-
was extremely difficult to deal with, or I don't know if
But
it
he
was
knew
a language
her a year
barrier.
ago and then went back for more
Going
torture.
like bull.
Oh, it happens.
So my plugs, Kevin,
Mhm.
are due. They are due every 30.
Okay.
I'm ashamed to say these are due to a mileage miscalculation of 40,000.
Oh my God, no.
Could we hear from
Need a new car.
Mackenzie?
Not yet. I have a message into him.
Bring my car in next week. I'm here. You step out, Kevin.
One is not like the others. Now, I'm not worried about the gold band because those are the ones that are very close to the.
What the hell are those? Why'd you bring those in? What's your
Oh.
problem?
He's available until 11:30. So Kelly, please call Dan
Probably
McKenzie.
due to their proximity to the exhaust net.
He's expecting
Right?
our
So I'm
call.
not worried about that. I'm worried about this plug because, as you can see, there was oil on the threads.
Oh, she's getting.
Those are all normal.
You don't have any deposits down here where it's burning. It's slightly darker, so you may have a minor compression difference.
Are those from your Toyota?
Yeah, for my beloved 4Runner.
How many miles are on it?
40,000.
Oh my God, I thought you had a lot more than that.
No, he's neglectful. 40,000.
It won't make it 400,000 now.
Hey, Suzanne, would you write a check out for $5 to Dimitri?
In the memo for Toyota 4Runner.
Been neglected.
But use your disappearing ink. So, my concern is there shouldn't be oil in the threads.
Yeah, but you can't get compression through the thread, so you're not going to get oil through the thread. You might have a little bit of oil in the hole when it came out with it. That's all.
But that oil shouldn't be in the hole.
Well,
For the God, for the love of God, there is a
Yeah, but-
gasket
but
that's
what I'm-
leaking into my hole.
yeah. Sometimes the valve covers, because they have the tube seals in the
Yeah,
bottom.
but it's one of the tube
Yeah,
seals that I'm worried about.
it could be.
What
Yeah,
should
it's
I
not-
do?
Well, just look in the
Get a new
I
car.
did look in the hole. There was no oil.
All right, YouTubers, we're getting our estate attorney on, by the way. I'm dying to know.
Hey, Kel, will you check the
Yeah,
screen? We
I
need
see.
Dan McKenzie, and he's expecting your call. I already texted him.
Yeah. It may need a valve cover gasket, but it's so minor that you can't even see it in there. Just come see me.
Sign that Hyundai lease. I'll write a check for $5 to Hyundai.
No, I would lean towards a valve cover gasket before anything.
The tube seal, the
The
little
tube seal,
blue
yeah.
seal.
Which if
that
you
goes
got to
on
pull the
tube.
valve cover off.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
you're not
we'll
going to
replace
replace everything. Yeah, more than likely.
At what point should we do that? When I see oil in the hole?
Yeah.
I saw no oil in the hole. I only saw it on the threads.
I think maybe we can get a camera and we can watch it.
Just drip.
Just drip. Yeah, just keep an eye on it.
I am going to order a Morse code.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Would I?
No,
I
no.
look-
There's nothing. You're not going to see anything.
Okay.
You're not going to see anything. Just, monthly, pull a plug wire, peek
Monthly?
out,
Okay.
look at the end of the coil.
No,
Boom.
daily.
Totally dry.
Wouldn't he be better off doing it daily?
Maybe in the morning and at night.
I got my
That's why I said we need to rig up a camera so we
Every time you fill up, you should be pulling all your plugs out.
So I got a magnifying glass and a really bright light.
Sure.
And I examined the inside and outside.
We need to do a reality show based purely on Dimitri's life.
It was absolutely dry.
Okay.
It was
First time I met him, he's entertaining.
The cracks would indicate excessive gas.
Well, you don't know what he's going to be doing soon.
Perfectly dry.
Yep.
He's going to become a gentleman farmer.
Chip seal does is keep the coil.
That's his ambition now. He wants to buy a farm.
If there is no
Maybe you
oil
can get one
on
for
the tip of the
check for
coil,
$10.
there is nothing to be concerned about.
Bob,
Yeah,
Because
maybe
that
20.
rubber cannot withstand.
I didn't even think of that.
So what I would do
You
is
could buy
once
that
they-
whole farm for
once they pull
$10
out,
from that old
feel on the
man.
end of it, there's oil on there. I need
Dan
change.
McKenzie's on, Mark.
There's no oil. Put it back in and drive it. Don't worry about it.
Toyota still sells those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to buy one just in case.
Well, you're going to need it. I mean, that's where the oil comes from.
From that.
But I wouldn't worry about
I
it.
think on most leases, it probably, Bob, probably what it says is upon death, you got to return the car.
It might.
So it has nothing to do with who owns it at that point. It's upon death.
But I think that's the distinction with the lease is they don't own the car. It's not like they took out a loan and own the car.
Yeah, I know.
The lease is completely different. You
Completely different.
You never own the car until
Ever.
you buy it.
The title's not in your name.
No.
And if the agreement says upon so-and-so's death, you have to turn the car in,
And it might.
there you go.
And I have heard of that, where the family borrowed the car, or continued driving the car, and
Same with homes.
They came and took it.
yeah.
Well, the same goes for a mortgage, but generally a mortgage company, long as they're getting paid, really doesn't care. But if they want that house back for whatever reason, those people got to either buy it from the estate, they got to get it transferred out of the dead person's name.
Right. They'll call the loan. That actually happened to my mom. They called the loan because she wasn't in it. She was in my house. And they found that the house was empty.
That's why, though, because it was empty.
It was empty. They called the loan.
Okay, Chop, stop texting me now. I'll look at it in a little bit.
Jesus, why is he texting you every 30 seconds?
I don't know, but I'm just in the middle of something else.
It was a reverse mortgage. So what they do, every 6 months they would drive by the property.
Wow, to see if the lights are on and if the grass is mowed.
Right.
Wow.
Well, that was a big problem, though, with squatters and all kinds
Oh
of
yeah, that's another reason to
Yeah.
agree.
It bothered me at first, but once I kind of, there was a few people that were doing that because they bring their kids in.
Oh yeah, and then they don't tell somebody.
Any
their grandma
chance, real
died.
quick? I just need to
They
look
keep
up a
cashing
payment
those
from
Social
Cap One. Can
Security
you log into your
checks
Cap
and all
One
that
real quick
stuff.
for me?
And they could probably stay in the house for almost a year and a half before anybody ever does anything.
But then you also have issues with the condition,
Right.
you know, when they repo it or call a loan, and then, you know,
Thank you.
it's worth $100,000 less than what it would have been.
Because they might roach it out because they know
And they
they're going to get
typically
kicked out.
They do, yeah.
It's bad.
12 people in the house.
Yep, 7 dogs, 4 cats,
Right.
and a ferret.
And a ferret. Do you have a ferret?
No, no.
Do you have a ferret?
They're nasty.
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. I'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints. You've been ripped off or need help. We are here to help. It's car day. We've got a lot of great people in. We're having very spirited discussions about certain things when it comes to leases. And I'm going to recap real quick, but I want to tell you this. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is unbelievable. This man sells more homes in Colorado for more money than anybody else that I can think of. In fact, he sells more homes in 1 month than the average realtor in Colorado sells in over a year. And he sells them for more money. He has helped us out numerous times. He made us more money on our house in Castle Rock than I ever thought we'd get. Then he negotiated with the sellers of the home we bought in Franktown and saved us about $100,000. Now, granted, that was 10 years ago, but $100,000 he negotiated. And how he did that was we made very aggressive offers and put timelines down and everything else, and the guy took it. In fact, he regretted taking it. He almost wanted to get out of the deal, but it was too late, and we ended up buying that house thanks to Frank, and we love it. FrankDuranHomes.com. That's FrankDuranHomes.com. Now, I'm going to recap while actually talking to Dan McKenzie, and I'm going to do this quick. Then we have Larissa. She is the lady that has tools. This is interesting. Larissa is holding a contractor's tools, according to Jason, and won't give the tools back, but I'm sure she has her side of the story, and I'm dying to hear what that is. So we're going to come back to that, but whenever we have one of our experts on, I always bring them up. Hey, Dan McKenzie, I have got a question for you in general. I would assume maybe you've dealt with this, and I understand every lease contract's a little different, but they're all pretty similar when you're dealing with like Hyundai financing or, Chevy or whoever it happens to be. But here's the deal. A guy leased a car, and he died right before the end of the lease came up. The son-in-law wanted the car, wanted to do the buyout on the car. And basically, Hyundai Financing said, no, you're not going to be able to do it. Now, they used some other language in it, but then we had a caller call up and say, he brought up an opinion. And I don't know if you've dealt with this once again, and I don't have that actual lease to look at, but I bet you've dealt with something similar. In a situation like that, does that automatically give the estate the right to buy the car on the deceased person's behalf if they want to buy it? Is the estate basically stepped in? Or on a typical death clause, the car is due back on death. I mean, how does that generally work, and have you ever dealt with that?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, most estates that we deal with, the estate is trying to get rid of the car. They don't want to take on the obligation for it. Don't run into this very often because usually, of course, the buyout on leases is more than what you would pay if you just bought the car.
Agreed.
Without the lease. So it actually is a bit unusual, but yeah, I would think the estate might have the right to do the purchase, but probably not necessarily just any person. It's like if my lease ends and my friend wants to buy it, I'm sure that the friend can't, right? And it's kind of the same situation here. Maybe.
But whoever's in control of the estate possibly could.
Correct, yeah. They would have to consider what I just said, which is this good for the estate? Because that's what they always need to be considering. Like they can't just do a favor for the son-in-law at the expense of the other beneficiary. So you got to be a little bit careful about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this, a lot of estate administration stuff, it's like, it's kind of up to the other party to decide what they're going to do. And if Hyundai says, no dice on this, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't really take them into court or anything like that. But, you can always give it a shot, but I think it would be the estate would be the proper party to negotiate that.
If Hyundai, this is the part I'm trying to clarify. If Hyundai, let's say for whatever reason the buyout was a bargain. Let's just say the buyout made good sense to everybody. In fact, the dealership, whoever they were dealing with, whatever dealership they would do the buyout through, really would rather just get the car back because they could sell it for a lot more than the buyback. Let's just say that's the case, even though that's almost never the case. And Hyundai was like, no, you don't have the right to buy it. The only one that has the right to buy it is your father-in-law, who is now deceased. I mean, can they actually pull a death clause like that? Do you think they would have a standing in court, or does the estate, in most cases, even if there is a clause like that in the lease, does the estate basically stand in 100% for the person that's dead? In other words, how about if it was a commercial lease or a lease of a house or a lease of an apartment and the person passes away? Can the estate go in and remain in the apartment, whoever wants to, let's say the kids or somebody, by continuing to pay the lease? Or at that point, does the landlord have the right, because they didn't have a deal with the kids, they had to deal with the deceased, to have the right to say, no, get out?
Yeah, I mean, I think, the same thing, what did the person have the right to do when they were alive? And can I sublease this place to someone else? I mean, most lease agreements say
no.
I can't just do that without our permission, because who knows who they're going to end up with in there. So I'm just thinking there's got to be some sort of protection for landlords in that situation where, no, you don't just get to swoop in here and just put whoever you want in this place.
Well, because you're right. In that case, it would be kind of like a sublease.
Yeah.
Exactly. And something Kevin brought up, who's in studio with me, Kevin Coffin, it would be like if the leasing company, I mean, this is a little different, but in this car situation, the leasing company, could they go to the estate and say, hey, you know, even though the guy's deceased, you still owe, I mean, let's go to the extreme, 2 years and 10 months on this car. Mm-hmm. The estate has to pay the rest of the lease?
Yeah, I mean, I think most lease agreements, as you said, they can be a little bit different, but I think most have to end and or have a clause in there about what happens at the death of the lessee.
And every one that I've looked at just online using AI, I mean, I tried to find a Hyundai specific one, but I did find other ones, and all of them have what I just call as a death clause, saying on death you have to turn the vehicle back in. It doesn't say you have the option to buy it, and it says you won't owe anymore. It is what it is. You got to turn it back in. So I'm assuming that's what this one says, but I don't know.
That has generally been my experience, yeah. Like I say, I haven't had a situation where anyone really wanted to test that, honestly.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, usually they're really happy that they can just get rid of it and not have to deal with it.
You know, why I have you on this, how many times does someone pass away, and let's say it's the family house, and it's, you know, the father maybe passed away a few years ago, then the mother goes, and it was under the mother's name, and let's say maybe it's a reverse mortgage. Actually, I don't want to even use that example. Let's say it's a traditional 30-year mortgage, and there's still a term left on the mortgage. My understanding is generally if people continue to make the payments, the banks generally don't care. But if for whatever reason, if they want that house or that property back, I mean, those people have got to refi. They got to somehow get possession of the house. Is that correct?
They're probably going to call that loan, but you're correct. Practically, my experience has been if you keep making those payments, they will keep taking them.
But they have the. I mean, why wouldn't the bank take it? I mean, they're making all the interest. Wouldn't? But if they wanted the house back, they could, right?
Yeah, they can force a refinance. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dan McKenzie, by the way, anybody out there, coplans.co, Colorado Plans, coplans.co. If you haven't updated your will, if you haven't updated a trust, what's the biggest time to update a trust? I mean, if you get divorced and remarried, I'd say it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, I usually tell people if there's a addition or subtraction of a family, it's usually event driven, not so much time driven. So sometimes people are like, how often do I have to do this? So I'm like, I don't know. If somebody in this will dies in 6 months unexpectedly, you're going to be doing it in 6 months. It could go 10 years and not have any changes. So usually a birth or a death or a marriage or a divorce are the events that should trigger some review. And probably every few years, just, make sure it's still, people come in and out of your life more often than you realize when you really think about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then, do you, out of curiosity, do like key man contracts for people too, like business partners? Is that in your wheelhouse or not really?
Yeah, I mean, we do, yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
That's usually part of the buy-sell agreements when you're trying to figure out what happens with a business if somebody dies. And yeah, that is something we also deal with.
All right, Dan, and what I love about them, everybody listening, is simple as this, man. Flat rate pricing. You call up, you give the circumstance, what's going on. Not only is he going to tell you what you need, he's going to give you a flat rate price right there. I mean, you can't beat anything like that. He's our expert here right on the show. Dan, I look forward to seeing you in studio next time. coplans.co. You're going to love this guy if you haven't updated your will, or if you need a will, a younger couple just got married or something, please, you got to get something in place. 833-CO-PLANS is the phone number, 833-CO-PLANS. When we come back, Jason and Larissa, we're going to bring you guys up, and I'm hoping to get a deal here. Let's figure out how to get Jason his tools back, and then I assume, but I don't know, we're going to get Larissa's side of the story. Maybe she thinks he damaged something, but I bet we can come up with something. And then, Tom, you'll be right after that. I'm telling you, that death clause is the whole deal.
So the only thing I could think of that they might have gone for, if Tim called Hyundai and said, I want to assume the lease, and he has to qualify, they might have let him do that, and then the purchase option would go to him. But probably that far after the death, they wouldn't. But if he...
All right, folks, Joe Lazzara, here's an attorney I hope you never, ever need, and I'll tell you why. He's a criminal defense attorney. Maybe you got hit with a DUI, child abuse, assault, a bar fight. Maybe you kicked a neighbor. I don't know. It could be anything. But if you've been arrested, it's one of two things. One, you're guilty. That's not a good deal. But if you have Joe Lazzara, guess what? You're going to have someone that knows all the judges, the DAs, can make the best deal for you. He'll cut a deal better than anybody else can. And then if you're innocent, he can get up in front of a jury of your peers and fight for you and get you off. One of the two, but you need Joe Lazzara. You're going to love this guy. Put the phone number in your phone right now. Write it down. Get it into there, because when you get arrested, you want it. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. This should be good, this lady. And what do you think Larissa's side's going to be? Do you have any idea?
She's dissatisfied with the quality of the work, and she's dissatisfied with the fact he didn't finish the job.
You know, when you said something that someone said she's Russian and she's mean or something. That's why I knew she'd come on. I swear to God.
Really?
That told me,
Okay.
because she's like got a stance in this. I don't mean it in a bad way.
Oh, I know.
She wants to give her side of the story.
You're going to hear. You're really going to hear from her, I have a feeling.
Is she? They're stuck on that? No, she can't be. That's the Russian. She said they stripped her down.
Uh-oh. They're going to start arresting all those Democrats in Texas. I can't wait for the first one to be drug in with cuffs. Who was that head of the Ku Klux Klan that died? Or head of the Klan?
What?
Senator.
Bird.
You realize back in the day, he literally had a Republican for the same thing, not showing up for the caucus, drug into court drug into the House, the chamber, by his feet.
Really?
Holy shit.
That's some crazy shit,
Yeah,
man.
I can't wait to see this. I hope that's
I think we're going to have a show going on here soon.
on YouTube.
Well, the Democrats are just mad because the Republicans are gerrymandering their gerrymandering.
Yeah, I know. I love
it's just like,
even who was it? That late night guy held up the map of Michigan, and
Massachusetts.
Whatever it is, it's got this S in it.
Oh, yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense.
God.
And when Colbert is going, whoa, what is this?
And the argument is just crazy when they try to give an answer for that. Neither one.
No, you can't even understand it. It's crazy.
Well, you go to Massachusetts. You know how many Republican Democrats?
Zero.
Yeah, zero.
And it's 40% was carried by Republicans.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, how do you even fathom that?
Jefferson County and Brighton be in the same district for Colorado?
No idea. You might as well, make Douglas County Denver, and then all of us are blue too.
Jefferson County and this little sliver, and now Adams County.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't just snatch people up off the streets.
Well, she was mad they went incognito in her Ryder rental truck or something.
Yeah, I know. It's like a Home Depot. That's so
they couldn't
crazy.
see him coming. That's not fair.
That's crazy. I'm not going to say it's an 80-20 issue, but most people wanted the border closed, and I mean well over 60%.
They don't got to go hunting for people if they keep them when they have criminal retainers.
Oh,
yeah. If they keep releasing those guys, they got to go find them.
We call him
How about they? I don't think I met him.
You've met Dolce.
It's nuts, man.
She's been in for the show and helped on the
What's his
show.
nuts?
So, yeah.
Say that.
Okay. Colorado's
Who?
Attorney General.
Let's see here. This
Wiesner.
woman is Russian, but was nice with me, but stubborn. Keeping
Oh,
controls
yeah.
on
He
the door.
sued the deputies who arrested that illegal.
Damage to old systems, so we had to put it in. It was truly, as you said, sorry, kid. Thanks, Chop. Thank you, Chop. I know you're listening. I just was in the middle of something I had to handle.
Chopper, watch out. Watch how I solve this problem live on air, Chopper, with the Russian
with
lady.
Larissa and Jason.
Sit back, relax, take notes.
Chop can't talk. He's got an autoimmune. It's a very painful. It makes his whole face hurt. It's a disease.
That's horrible.
He's in a lot of pain and he can't talk, and it flares up now and then.
Would you do me a favor? Right a check for $8 for tools. And I'll get this lady's address. All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Tom, hold tight there. He's got an issue with a car accident. We got great attorneys if we need to get one on. But I want to go to Larissa right now. Hey, Larissa, we had a caller last week, and I appreciate you coming on. I love getting both sides of the stories. In fact, I thrive on it. And we had a caller, Jason. I know you know he's a landscaper who apparently was doing some work for you. This is his side of the story. I don't know what's true. I don't know your side. I want to start from scratch. But he's basically saying he did work for you. You didn't pay him, and you won't let him come get his tools. So what is your side?
He came and worked. As far as starting the sprinklers, starting from the beginning.
Sure.
When the job that he was requested for was July 17th that he was supposed to come.
Okay.
The person who recommended him is the person who's helping me with my lawn for third summer in a row.
Like mowing the lawn maintenance, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. Primarily.
So
And
basically,
I would love.
just hold on a second. So the guy that mows your lawn every couple weeks or whatever and does some other work, you needed some sprinkler work, or not sprinkler, but a drip system is my understanding. And he basically said, I know this guy, Jason. And then Jason was supposed to show up on the 17th of July. So what happened?
He opened up the box with the sprinkler system, which I had changed a couple of years ago and paid a lot of money. So the system was fairly fresh and new.
Got it.
It had a drip, and I know nothing about systems to say what was wrong with it.
When you say it had I'm sorry, when you said it had a drip, not a drip system, it was leaking, right?
It was dripping.
Okay.
It had a small leak.
Perfect.
And with Jason looking at it, taking upon himself to say, well, I can change that.
And that was a part of the sprinkler system.
Yes, with
Okay.
me not knowing enough about the systems.
Sure.
And once again, I paid a lot of money for it a couple of years ago. He said, I will make it better and I will change this for you. I said, okay.
Got
He
it.
did not give me the price. And he said, I'll take care of you. I got you. Everything will be fine. Now, he started digging up the system, taking off the box, took my manifold, and was gone with it. He didn't have it. He didn't leave it in my house. So I am out of my property that I had paid for 2 years prior.
Oh.
And he's out. He took my manifold.
Okay, so hold on.
He brought.
Well, hold on, Larissa. So your sprinkler system right now, is it repaired or no?
No.
And he's got your manifold that he took to go get repaired or replace whatever. You don't have that.
I don't. Yes. Correct. I don't have it.
Let me ask you this. When he left with that, I assume on the 17th, and he was going to either get that repaired or get another one, what transpired after he took it and left?
What do you mean?
Well, like, was he supposed to go get another one and put it back and he never came back? I mean, what happened? I don't understand what happened.
What happened? He opened everything up. He took my manifold. He brought back. Oh, he was gone after that first day. Because the whole thing, the situation with Jason from the beginning to end was 13 days, almost 2 weeks.
Wow, that's a long time to repair.
He dug it up. He left. He didn't come back for 2-3 days.
Okay.
He said he had death in the family, which was not a family member.
Okay.
A friend.
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Away. I understand. Everybody loses people.
Sure.
We're all living people, and yes, deaths do happen.
Yes.
But taking 3 days for that, not showing up, for me, another problem that he didn't have a working phone. He had a phone that was being fixed.
Got it.
So there was no way to get hold of him. However, the person who recommended him somehow,
this is a lot of side noise I really don't care about. So, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm in time constraints. So what happened after that though? So 3 days, does he show back up with the manifold or what?
Thank you for mentioning your time frame, because for the person taking 2 weeks to fix the sprinkler system, he brings the valves that he said he took cash for $125 for it, bringing the valves that are outdated and without presenting any receipts for it, whether he bought it or not.
All right, so hold on. I want to verify. Hold on, Larissa. I want to make sure I get everything right before I talk to him. So you gave him $125 to go buy the parts for the sprinkler system. It took him 2 weeks to come back. He came back with some parts, but he didn't have any receipts for them. And in your opinion, they might have been used or old or something. But did he fix the sprinkler system at that point?
No, sir.
No.
He didn't leave for 2 weeks. The whole duration took. He would leave for a day, 2, 3, and come back and do a little bit of work again. So
sure.
He did put the valves into manifold of his own, but he didn't finish the job.
So does your sprinkler system still doesn't work right now?
It works by being fixed by another person after him.
Okay, so now wait a minute. So, okay, I'm starting to get this. So you had to pay someone else, and how much did you end up paying the other person?
After paying Jason not only $125, I gave him $300 more.
Why'd you give Jason $300 more?
He didn't even get paid. Because he said, well, halfway at least, can you give me some money?
And all of this was to repair the sprinkler system. He didn't do any other work.
Correct.
Okay. So I get it. So you gave him $300. You gave him $125 for parts. He couldn't fix it, so you gave him $425. You hired someone else to come in after this 2 weeks. And then what happened? How much did you pay the other person to fix it?
With new supplies, new system, new valves, and everything that was involved in repairing, it was $850.
So $850. And of course, your argument here, it's pretty simple. You gave this guy $425. You gave Jason, this is your side. You gave him $425, and literally he didn't do anything. He couldn't fix it. And you had to hire someone else who you paid $800. So you feel like he owes you that $425 back, and that's why you kept his tools. Is that correct?
God bless you. Yes, thank you.
All right, perfect. Now, hold on. Let me put you on hold. And Jason, when we come back, I want to clarify your side. Then we'll get to the bottom of this. I'm Judge Judy.
Judge Wapner.
Damn it.
Judge Wapner, yeah.
That's a whole different story, yeah. No, that's almost the same.
She sounds reasonable.
She does. She
She
doesn't
does
sound
sound
difficult.
Hey, I'll go over there and broker the
thank you
deal.
for mentioning
I'll hand the guy
time
back
frame.
his shovel.
No,
She might kick your ass.
I'm going to write her a check for $5
with a restrictive endorsement.
with a restrictive endorsement at the bottom. It says, not only do I get his tools back, but I now own your house and sprinkler system.
She put you down pretty quick, though.
What do you mean?
Time frame. Thank you for
God bless
No,
you.
I thought she didn't put me down. She was like, thank you. I like that.
She
I
was
thought she
blessing
did
you
great.
all the time, blessing you every word you said.
That's what most women.
I just threw up a little bit. Anybody need anything?
No, thank you.
Grub Gravina's. Yeah, Larry used to do it better than any of us, but I think I do it pretty good. Here's the bottom line, though. How about a company that does windows and entry doors and sliding doors and siding, and they have numerous different lines. They're not beholden to one company. For example, their window lines, 20 different manufacturers, 50 lines of windows. I don't care if it's a fix and flip or a $5 million house in Aspen, they're going to have the right product. Their heritage is unbelievable. They're great people. You just want to check them out. If you're looking for siding, windows, or doors, you're not going to get better. Gravinas.com, Gravinas.com. So next month, Elon is releasing a new FSD, which is the self-driving stuff. And I don't know how he did it, but everything is going to be, he's saying 10 times faster and 10 times clearer, meaning the software will get to the cloud and back quicker because the data compression will be smaller. So instead of 1 megabyte having to bounce, it might be 1/10 of that. And the pictures that the cars see for the camera is supposed to be 10 times clearer. So I don't know what that means, because right now, you guys drove it, you can see like 6 lanes of traffic on 25. I'm going, does this mean like on my dash I can see into people's apartments or something? 10 times clearer? I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But it's supposed to be way better than what's already there. But I have no idea how it can get much better than what I already deal with. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I read that article, and it's amazing. But they did a comparison between Elon's system and the current system that's in Arizona and California. It's supposed to be eons better.
Oh, my God.
It's supposed to be just off the chain.
Off the chain. It all uses AI, and it's crazy, man. Right. That's why he's got the AI company. He's tying everything in. Right. But think 10 times. Go ahead, babe.
It's just for my work stuff. Help me out here on this Amex stuff. So I see some kind of big cashback reward stuff. So you booked some of the trip stuff, then they gave you cash back.
Yeah, I didn't realize they did it, so I spent whatever.
So I'm booking those as credit card rewards, just so you know.
No, hell no.
Well, that's what they're coming in as.
Oh, you mean you have to book them as something? I don't know how the tax man looks at that, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll do that, and you can, but I just want to be sure
that... Do you pay taxes on rewards?
No, you don't. That's why you have a separate bucket for it. That's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
Okay, so but that is what they're for. That's what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I did. I'm so
weird looking at them.
Yeah, it's so weird they do it that way.
Yeah, I just create a bucket.
Mallory said. So let's say you got a bunch of points and you do a $10,000 cruise with your points. So on Amex, it charges your credit card, your line of credit, $10,000. Then it pays it off, $10,000. Yeah, that's how they do it. It's weird.
It is.
It doesn't just book it and use the points. It does this whole accounting process.
And then I'm dizzy over these U.S. Mobile charges. You got to hear about U.S. Mobile, guys.
They do a
lot
of
You need to talk about that again.
It's great. It's unbelievable.
We went from a $250 a month
$300
for cell phones, 4 lines, to $58 a month. But you got to pay in advance, a year in advance.
And you can pick.
And you got to pay your phones off.
And you do. What do you guys have now? AT&T or what? So you can do any of the 3.
I have AT&T and Verizon now on my phone.
So can I keep...
We have 2 on two phone numbers,
2 phone numbers, but it switches between the 2 platforms depending on the better coverage.
If I hit call right now, you would see me coming in because you have my number from my AT&T account, which I still have. I still have AT&T, but now it's through US. I can hit one button on here and switch to Verizon and call you, and you'll see a whole different phone number.
You got to hear about this, Kevin.
It's even better than that. If I'm driving down the road with AT&T, there's places on I-25 I'll drop signal, okay? It'll automatically switch to Verizon, and if they have signal, it'll work for the data just automatically.
Way cheaper.
It's cheaper. It's half the price.
AT&T is called Dark Star.
Yeah.
Verizon's called Warp, and what is T-Mobile called? Do you remember?
I have it on here right now. Light or Lightning.
Lightning or something, but anyway, save a lot of money that way. I mean, we're saving.
So T-Mobile is called, I'm almost sure it's called Light. I think it's called Light. So, but I didn't realize most phones that are within a few years old, you can have multiple SIMs. They're called eSIMs, not those little cards. Yeah. So like mine can have 3 different carriers at any time with 3 different phone numbers. I just never knew that because I'd never dealt with the company that lets you do it. 303-713-8255. 303 Martino. We do have a couple lines open. I'm going to bounce back to Jason. Hey, Jason, you heard everything Larissa had to say, and I understand from her perspective why she's keeping your tools. I'm sure your story is going to differ a little, so why don't you go over anything that she said that you disagree with, or what do you think about what she said?
Well, Your Honor, first of all, pretty much everything. It was either that or Judy.
You know, I was thinking, everybody in here looked at me and said, you should have went with Judge Wapner. But go ahead, Jason.
I was thinking the same thing, but you kind of do look like a Judy, so we'll just go.
I think the verdict is in already.
I think, yeah.
I know. I lost. I lost. All right. So everything she said is pretty much correct. I think I had an appointment with her. I'm not sure if it was the 17th or the 18th, which was Friday.
Yeah.
At noon. I went over to her house. I was going to do a drip system.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter, but I was going to do this drip system for her last year. She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk bad about her.
Yeah.
But she's one of those clients that just wants everything done the way she wants it done.
Well, that's like a lot of people.
Well, no, and I get it. And on the drip system, she wanted all new drip lines.
Yeah.
Which we do drip systems a lot. Sometimes you just tap into an old line and run a new line.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. We tap in where you can.
But you didn't end up doing any part of the drip system, did you?
Because when I got there,
it was
the manifold was leaking.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to touch the manifold and hook the drip line up because she wanted it hooked up from the manifold.
Yeah.
Because if I did that, then she's going to say I caused the leak.
Yeah.
Whether she does or doesn't.
She did not say you caused a. She did not say you caused a leak whatsoever.
I know.
Okay.
But I've had clients that have said don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then.
It doesn't, but okay, I get it. That's fine.
That I caused the leak.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, whoever did this did that manifold completely wrong.
Yeah.
I asked her to take a picture because my phone was broken. I've got pictures of afterwards. Okay. It had a shark bite. It was leaking. That's the main line. So it was a constant leak.
Okay.
And she was complaining because her sub pump was going off all the time.
Got it.
She wanted the drip system fixed because she thought it was leaking. I said, if I fix the drip system, your system's still leaking. I said, it doesn't make any sense.
Jason, this is literally everything she said, though. We're on the exact same page.
That's why okay. So that was Friday. So I told her, I said, I need to dig it up and fix it. And do it right. Okay, this is Friday afternoon, right? Friday afternoon. I dug it up. I left it all there. And I told her, I said, I need some money so I can go get the valves and parts and stuff like that.
Yep.
I came back with the valves.
Yep.
I needed to do a little bit more digging to see how I was going to put the manifold back together. The guy used PVC pipes to hook up to poly pipes. I know you probably don't know what that means. This whole system was just jack wrong.
Okay.
And I know the guy charged her a lot, but she got ripped off by that guy.
Okay.
And then she got ripped off by the guy that came back and fixed it afterwards. Okay. I was the only one that was trying to help her.
But we're still not talking about it took 2 weeks. It still wasn't fixed. She had to get it fixed.
Okay.
So she hired another company.
I found out that my friend was dying Saturday, right?
Yep.
I came back Saturday. And I told her my supply houses are closed. She gave me the valves are like $25 a piece.
Yeah.
Then I needed a new manifold, which was another 200 and something. Then I had to buy. She wanted nozzles. I had to buy the drip line. So I'm out still like $200 in parts. I know she gave me 125 and 300, I think, but I'm still out in parts. And I didn't take that manifold until I was.
How much, Jason? How much do you think? How much would it cost you to replace those tools that she's holding?
Oh, maybe like $100 and something, but my labor too.
Yeah, but you never.
And I
but
went back,
Jason,
I went back to her house. Okay, so I wasn't finished though. Hold on, because I mean, seriously, if you want to judge this, and I know we're on time constraints, but so Saturday.
And we know how good you are with time.
I know, sorry. No, I am good with time. But I'm running late for a client right now because I'm talking to you. But so Saturday night, I was at the hospice. My friend passed away Sunday. I called her from the hospice and I told her, my friend is dying. I don't have a phone because my phone broke.
Yeah.
I said, if you get a phone call from a weird number, answer it because it's probably me.
Okay.
My friend died Sunday. Monday, we dealt with funeral plans. Tuesday, I went back to her house.
Okay. And then did you fix it?
All my tools and everything was gone. So I couldn't do any work. I sat there for a half hour. She didn't tell you she has a bunch of roommates that live there. And she told me, do not ring the doorbell or knock on the door because my roommates work nights. So I sat there Tuesday and I did the main line. I did a little bit of work, what I could do. Then I had to leave. I went and did another client. The client that gave me the job, that gentleman, I went to his house to see if he was home, to call her to see where she was at because she took my tools.
Yeah.
That was Tuesday, okay? Wednesday, I went back. My tools still were not out there. I left her a note. I talked to one of her roommates.
How much are you willing, Jason,
if I could get into the garage.
How much are you willing to give her back from the $425 in exchange for your tools, if anything?
None of it. Like I said, she still owes me. I dug it up. I replaced
Look, in my opinion, if first of all,
and you can have any expert go out there, you can call
any expert. Someone else already came out and fixed it, brother.
They didn't fix it. It was. I didn't hook up the valve. The only thing I hadn't done, the manifold. I got pictures of the water. Right.
So you're saying it's not
the only thing I needed to do.
Jason, I had to put you on hold. Let me ask you this question. Just answer this question. Are you saying the system is not running right now?
Am I saying the system is not running right now?
Yes.
I don't know, bro.
She paid someone else $800 to fix the system.
And again, that's her fault because
Jason, if it took you 6 months,
she told you the valve
if it took you 6 months, would that be fair? What time frame would be fair for you to have her $425 and not have it fixed? I'm just curious. I'm not saying I'm going to disagree with you, but at what point?
2 or 3 days, but I couldn't do the work because she kept taking the material.
Okay.
I went there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and she had my material. Friday, I had another job to do, so I told the lady, I said, her roommate, if I can't get into the garage today, I can't come back till Sunday.
Yeah.
I live in Greeley, man.
Hey, Jason, let me ask you one more time. Jason, I'm being dead serious here, man.
No, I'm listening.
How much?
I'm totally listening.
How much would you give her back from the $425 for the tools? I realize in your head she owes you money. I want to tell you a couple things, though. One, leaning her property is going to cost you way more. It would make 0 sense for you to do this. And by the time you got to court, because you can't just lien the property, within 6 months from the date of last working there, you've got to literally take her to court, win the judgment, get the judgment to perfect the lien. I don't see that happening in court with the two different sides here, because she's going to show the judge a receipt for $800 she had to spend to get it fixed 2 weeks. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just saying I don't see you winning in court. Plus, it's going to cost you way more than what those tools are worth to even go to court. And probably
if she needs the tools, that's totally fine.
Okay.
I'm still going to try and take her to court because whatever. But I'm not going to give her anything back for my tools, especially when I spent the money for the parts. Ask any sprinkler guy. Do valves have an expiration date? I think it was a manufacturer date. She took those valves and inspected them. That's how weird this lady is. I gave her the valves and she took them. Every time I would go to do work at her house, my tools would be gone. And she's going to say because she was afraid that they would be stolen or they'd get wet. I've had clients like that before. But then let me have access to them. Don't hold my tools hostage and expect the job to get done.
I'm going to tell you what I think Larissa did wrong. And I'm going to tell this for everybody out there. And I mean this to the bottom of my heart. What she did wrong was pay you up front. That's what she did wrong. Because none of this would have happened. Zero zip. None of this would have happened, Jason, if she didn't pay you up front. And by the way, why do you leave your tools at these jobs? I mean, what are we talking, a shovel and stuff? I mean, if you had to leave like a skid steer there, I get it. But I honestly, man, I think you're tap dancing a little. And I'm not saying she's completely right by any means, but you're making it sound like every dang thing is her problem. All I hear, though, from her is it took 2 weeks and it still wasn't fixed. That's a big deal when your sprinkler system's not working.
It was working. It was hooked up.
It was working without a manifold in there?
It had a manifold. I got pictures of me watering the grass. I changed the nozzles. The only thing that wasn't hooked up were the solenoids because I couldn't get into the garage to see the clock. To hook up the solenoid.
You know what? I'm not kidding around and playing judge or whatever on this. I mean, I got to be honest, Jason. I'm really siding with her, and I'd love to hear from people out there. But you already said it. If she wants to keep the tools, and Larissa, that's what it's coming down to. I mean, you're going to have his shovel and stuff. I don't know what good it's going to do you. I wouldn't be worried about him taking you to court because I think the judge is going to go, I don't know what to do. The judge is going to be just like me. I mean, the two sides of the stories are crazy. I mean, they're completely different in a lot of ways, meaning who's at fault? You each think the other one's at fault. But honestly, Larissa, I got to side with you. But you're going to end up, you're not going to get $425 back from him. You're going to end up with his shovel or whatever you're keeping from him.
I know.
So, you know what? I appreciate you coming on. And Jason, I appreciate you. Both of you, probably the best thing is to go to court. I thought we could negotiate something out of here. But Jason, according to you, everything is her fault. I thought maybe you would say, hey, I'm willing to give her $100 out of the $425 back because she got zero value out of the $425, zero. Not a nickel worth of value, in my opinion. I figured you'd offer her something. Then I tell her, take the $100 and give him a shovel back. But no, that's not going to happen today. Not at all. Tom, you're next.
Whoa, that was messy.
Oh, Jason's exhausting.
I think they're both exhausted.
Thank you. Bye.
He was extreme. I don't think she was exhausting.
No, she was very, very.
Well, she was blessing you.
Well, yeah, she liked.
That's why I like her.
That's why Mark likes her. Yeah. Guys like that kind of million excuses, though. It's always something.
That was her biggest problem.
Yeah.
The only thing she really did super wrong was pay him up front.
Yep. But the other thing, I mean, if you don't agree on the project and how to approach it, don't do it. Walk away. She wanted it done this way. She doesn't know this way. We're not.
Discount Bath, quality remodels at discount prices. And by the way, they don't take a dime up front. They'll come out to your house. They'll look at your bathroom. They'll give you ideas like they did for Suzanne and myself. They said, hey, that bathtub could move and we could make the shower, of course, into a steam shower, but you could extend the closet, make it into like a California style closet. We could do heated tile. They can do it all. They can do a complete remodel. They can do a partial remodel. They can do just a tub to shower conversion. And they do it all at spectacular discounted prices. But that doesn't mean you don't get the service and the quality materials, you get it all. In fact, they got 5-year warranties on every bit of the job, labor and materials. And they have a wide variety of materials. Whatever you want to do, they have. You're going to love these guys. They are experts at bathrooms. That's all they do. Bathrooms. They're not a jack of all trade. They specialize in bathrooms. DiscountBath.com. That's DiscountBath.com. Joseph A. Lazara. He's a criminal defense attorney, and I hope, and I mean this, I hope you put the phone number into your phone. Maybe you're not going to need it personally, but maybe your kid might need it someday, or your spouse, or a neighbor. Someone calls you for help after they have been arrested. You need a criminal defense attorney. Doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent, because if you're guilty, you need someone that can cut the best deal possible. If you're innocent, you need someone that can get in front of a jury and convince them you're innocent. In both cases, that's Joseph A. Lazara. Up and down the Front Range, everywhere in Colorado. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Okay, I'm putting a poll up. Poll coming. Poll coming. How should I word this? What
Who's
was her,
right?
What was her name?
Larissa or Jason?
Do you agree with, who do you think is in the right? Who do you think is in the right? And by answering this poll, you also agree that Dimitri is always wrong. Oh,
yikes.
Don't you love that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what was her name? L-A-R-I-S-S-A.
Love.
2 S's?
That's how I would spell it. I don't know for sure.
And then what was his name?
Jason.
Jason.
Not Justin.
I know, she had Justin up there. Okay, start poll. Poll's up. Oh, man, he's right. Hold on, I'm going to end that. I'm going to end the poll and put up another one. Sorry, people. Someone put something, Shiver Me Timber put something that I agree with. I want to put that as an answer. I think she totally screwed up by taking money up front.
Yeah. Okay, this is for...
What tools does he leave? Does he leave tools at every job he goes to?
No, I don't want to put that. I want to know.
You run out of tools if you work more than one job.
Is in the right. I'm going to phrase it like this, and I'm sorry. That was good, but I'm not going to put that in there as an option. I want to know what people actually think. What was it again? Larissa with 2 S's?
That's how I would do it.
Okay.
On account. This is so confusing. I don't understand this shit.
She should just, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy deal.
Checking account.
Well, there's no benefit to her for the tools.
There's no benefit. Give the guy, he's not like a millionaire here. I mean, give him his tools back. But at the same time, I'm telling you, if this was in front of a judge, I don't think he'd do anything. He'd toss him.
Okay, this is what I'll do.
Did he do any work? According to him, he did.
According to him, he did plenty of work, but he couldn't do anything because he couldn't get into the garage.
8-4. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something that kept him from finishing.
He's his worst. If when you talk like that, he's his worst enemy. His argument was basically whatever.
And then I couldn't knock on the door because they sleep there.
What did you think, Dimitri?
Well, about how it ended or about just the entire situation, I'd hoped to be able to just broker a mutual walkaway, and that's not going to happen.
Not with that one.
I think they both have very good points. I think she's difficult to deal with, though she's probably technically in the right.
Yeah.
This guy's a little bit of a sad sack, so he's difficult to work with because he's flaky and a sad sack. I think best for them is just to
part ways.
Part ways right now. No cords, no liens, no.
The guy doesn't have a phone. He can't contact. That's
what I'm saying.
All right, 303-713-8255. I'm going to get some after the break, and I'm sorry, I know we just took one. I've been running late because we were talking to those two. We're going to take some comments on that. Tom's got a car accident issue. Hey, Tom, really quick, we go to break in about 30 seconds. You'll be up first, I promise. What is the issue, though? I want to know if I got to get an attorney on really quick.
There's no accidents. It was an unattended vehicle in a parking lot.
Who hit who?
My wife was at work. Her car was parked in a parking lot. A guy that lives about 75 yards away didn't set his parking brake.
Oh, man.
Parking gear. It rolled down a hill across an alley and smashed into my wife's truck.
Oh, my God. Hold on, man. Here comes that music. That is insane. Did you guys hear how far away that thing rolled and then it happens to hit his? Oh, my goodness. All right, listen, a lot cooking now. Joe has gotten a transmission issue. Tom, I promise you are 100% up first quick, and then Suzanne and whoever's on 3. Everybody hold tight. Lot cooking. We'll be right back
Transmission issue with the
after this.
What's that? Transmission issue with 2025 Tacoma?
Because I was in offline and didn't hear it.
That's not the issue with those. That's the motor on those things.
Yes.
Okay.
See you, bro.
They all got issues. Everyone. No, not today. Today's perfect.
That's what everybody thinks.
Right. And it's funny how people come to you and say, I want a Toyota that gets better gas mileage trucks. No, they don't get better gas.
No, they all suck.
They all suck in
Yeah.
the truck. Then they backed out on the Dodge Ram. I kind of like that thinking. The Dodge is supposed to come out with the Dodge Ram that has the motor that charges the battery and like a locomotive. And that's like 690 miles.
Sprinkler dude needs a Luna clause, someone says. Did you see that email I sent you from that
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jesse guy?
manufacturers.
He said, new segment, how did he put it?
Oh, I saw that.
Talk, sponsored by the Luna
Like the
Agency.
GM6.
That's funny.
The Luna clause.
That's always been a bad thing, though.
Yeah, but
the rear
they-
cylinders are always the one that drives.
You know what?
Kinds of problems with cams.
What?
Do you think if we wrote her an email,
Larissa?
yeah,
Yeah.
Poor D.
do you think you could draft an email to talk her into giving him the tools back? Just out of pure love. And
Yeah. Do we have her email address?
we have her number.
We'll have to ask Chop.
Maybe would you think an email or talk to her real quick?
I would just send her a message. I mean, an email.
Okay.
Chop, you got Larissa's email?
Because that way she won't feel like I'm putting her on the spot. She can
No,
think about
I
it.
agree. That would be interesting if you could draft it to make her, she's in the right, but
Let's give
this poor guy.
we would love to
sounds
say
like
how
he's-
great you are on air.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As a gesture of goodwill. So yeah, if Chopper.
Oh, here he is on YouTube.
Who?
Jason, the landscaper.
Oh, he's on YouTube?
Yeah, he is. It's Jason Carrera.
Let me go look.
I couldn't get in the garage because she had my tools. I couldn't finish digging without my tools. Dang it, Jason. You're in a real spot, man.
Yeah, try to get her.
We're going to try.
You got to make her, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Try to reason with her a
It'll
little
be curious
bit.
if you can get it.
The one that had all the tensioner issues.
You know what we could do is, what could we give her? We can give her some VIP tickets to the raceway
Oh, God.
and a troubleshooter T-shirt
And a ride.
and a hat.
And a ride on a helicopter.
Do we have any of those bags anymore? The troubleshooter bags?
I think so. Referral.
We'll give her a troubleshooter bag,
Some
a
swag.
T-shirt. Tell her we'll get her some swag, and more importantly, she's going to at least
And
have.
she can have Mark's personal cell number
No,
for future
she'll have
issues.
a key to the pearly gates.
That might sound like a death threat.
Oh yeah, you're right. That could come off in the wrong way.
That might be misinterpreted. Maybe the landscaper. So I'm just sending Chopper a message to see if he can get her email address from the landscaper.
Give her top secrets.
Yo, pizza's here.
How
If you're
about leftover
hungry.
pizza?
That'll be fine. Ask what toppings. No, you know what?
It's leftover. You don't get a choice of toppings.
Tell her we'll send her a pizza.
No
Y'all
shit.
are rude.
That's a great idea.
Tell her we'll send her tell her she did great on the radio. We're on her side. Blah blah blah. Would you please just give him his shovel and crap and we'll buy you a pizza. Then we're going to charge, you, Jason, for the pizza.
I'll never. I should rate now until we get a new motor or something. I will.
Mark, I know what the little charges are for Walmart, but you spent $240 on Walmart.com. I wondered, was that for those?
Luggage.
Okay.
Yeah, the third one I'm done.
Travel.
Yeah, Chopper, I thought I could get that handled. I got to give it to you, man. I see why you didn't. Although, I came up with another idea, as people on YouTube have heard, and we are working on that right now behind the scenes. It includes a pizza, a Troubleshooter t-shirt, a hat.
And then also another charge.
Hey, Dimitri, is he in there, Dimitri?
It really costs that much at Batteries Plus
What?
that you spent to get your, didn't you go to Batteries Plus to get your screen replaced?
Oh, yeah.
It really costs
$400 or $430.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's expensive, but I get it back from Amex.
Oh, okay.
It's an insurance claim.
I see. I didn't know that. Okay, I was like, dang, I was just shocked you paid that much.
Hey, guys, tell Dimitri. Oh, wait, here he is. Hey, Dimitri, tell her I will also autograph the shirt and the pizza box.
Oh, I thought you meant the pizza. You should autograph the pizza.
With my finger.
Yeah, in the cheese. Mark with a C.
Tell her everybody at the show will sign swag for her.
So I'm also going to ask Kelly for her phone number, and I'll call her right now.
Yeah. I bet you can pull this off. If anybody can pull this off, it's not Chopper, it's Dimitri.
Oh, my gosh.
Bo, no. Me, no. I couldn't do it. Bo can't do it. Chopper can't do it. Tom couldn't do it. This is a job for Dimitri. Or worst scenario, write her a check for $1 and a letter saying you now own the tools.
No, the pizza.
Someone put on YouTube, tools taking tools. That's pretty good.
So the moment I get her phone number.
Hey, I have not blocked Top Secret for weeks.
Chop, text Dimitri Larissa's phone number so he can call her, please. No one wants an autograph from Judge Judy Failure, Mark. Kangaroo. You're funny.
So t-shirt, pizza, and what else?
And Mark's personal cell.
No, do we have hats? What the hell do we have? Just say swag, t-shirts, hats, crap like that. It'll probably be We'll send her swag that we've picked up over the years from other places.
We have tons of it. That's hilarious.
Here's a whistle.
Here's those shades we got at the beer fest 3 years ago.
Here's the.
We have a ton in the bus too. Like our extra supplies are all swag from beer festivals.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Kevin, Walmart created a monster out of Mark because now they deliver to our door. Now Mark's like hot sauces and all these little things.
It's awesome. Walmart Plus, dude. I'm starting to check Walmart before I buy from Amazon.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they are trying to compete.
Whether you have insurance or not, it's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, folks, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. We do a bunch of stuff here. If you listened to last hour, we had a couple on, and basically they were arguing. One of them kept some tools of a contractor named Jason. We're still working behind the scenes right now. I really do want to get this guy's tools back, but I'm more on her side of it. But I do want to get his tools back. And we're working behind the scenes. We've offered her some swag from the show and maybe even send her lunch in exchange for his tools.
She can find it in her heart. It does sound like Jason is really struggling without his tools, Mark. So maybe
he struggles
we can get
to
him
talk
back.
on the air, that's for sure. I mean, Jason...
He did seem nice enough.
He seemed all right. If you do go to court, please don't blame everything on everything in the world but you. Take a little blame. Say, Your Honor, I was a little late because of the death here, and then pause and let the judge talk. But anyhow, I don't think we're going to get to that. We're going to see how it works out. Now, listen, but I can say this. I truly don't think she owes you any more money whatsoever. 303-713-8255 is the number. You've been ripped off or taken advantage of. We have full lines. I'll let you know when one opens. I'm going to go right to the phones right after I tell you about Paul the Waterman, the best water systems out there for less. Paul has a system right now. Bottom line is it's this cool. It gets rid of the chlorine in the water. It softens the water, and it gets rid of the PFAS, those forever chemicals that are found in all water supplies. It gets rid of all of them for the whole house. It's not a point of use. It's for the entire house. Under $4,000. In fact, I think it's under $3,800. Other companies way over $10,000. Call up Paul. They did the system in our house, and of course we paid for it, and we absolutely love it. We've had it for a couple of years. Waterpros.net. Waterpros.net. By the way, they'll do free water tests as well. Waterpros.net. Now, who's been hanging the longest here?
Well, Mark, Suzanne did call at the top of the show and did not get on. I believe that's her on line 4.
And then right after
But
that,
you
no.
You were with Tom in the car
I'm going
accident.
back to Tom.
Sorry,
Tom,
Suzanne.
I made you a promise. So your neighbor's car somehow kicked out of gear, rolled quite a ways, and then hit your car, correct?
That's correct. Only it wasn't a neighbor. My wife was parked in the parking lot where she works.
Got it.
And
how far did that car roll?
No injuries. I think about 75 yards.
God, that's unbelievable. And it happened to hit her car. That's crazy.
Yeah, and her car was the only one in that parking lot.
So an empty parking lot, one car. An empty car rolls 75 yards and hits it. That's insane, man. So what's the problem? Did you track down the owner? Is their insurance not covering it? Did you turn it into your own? What happened?
All the above. The car notified my wife on her phone that it was in an accident. She came outside. The pickup truck was rammed against her truck. They got a police report. The whole thing is on video.
Wow.
I had it towed to the Ford Collision Center in Colorado Springs. I just got approval from my insurance company, State Farm, for under a $4,000 claim. I don't think that'll cover the loss of value. Personally,
no, it won't. What year, make, and model was your car?
So it's a 21.
Yeah.
I bought it at the beginning of 22, brand new.
Is it accident free?
F-150. Yeah, it is. It's accident free.
I would say 15%, arguably 20%. Is additional is owed to you, but the only people you're going to collect that from is the at-fault party. You can't get that from your own insurance company.
Okay, well, that's why I'm calling you.
Yeah, diminished value in the state of Colorado, in pretty much most states, but in the state of Colorado, and I assume that's what we're talking about, you have a contractual agreement with your insurance company. And in that agreement, it basically says you will not go after diminished value if you put in a claim. But you do not have any form of contract or agreement with that at-party or at the at-fault party. So they would have to pay, or their insurance company would pay, the diminished value. So let me ask you this, Tom. Why isn't the other party actually turning it into their insurance? Is it possible they have no insurance? Because that could be good.
Well, they do have liability insurance. In fact, there was State Farm also.
Yeah, that would be liability. That's absolutely liability. So why did you go through your insurance company?
I didn't know that it was appropriate to Well, I called State Farm.
Yeah.
And State Farm has both policies.
Did they tell you to run it through them? I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry. Let me restate that.
Anything.
Did State Farm tell you to run it through your insurance, not the at fault?
I didn't ask about that. I just made a claim.
Here's what you need to do, man. You need to basically get out of that claim, and you need to go after the at fault so you get the diminished value. Or you need to get the diminished value from them. This, if they had insurance, see, this is kind of crazy because it's State Farm on both sides, but you're not going to get diminished value. Actually, let's get our expert on. Get Jason Petty. I want Petty
Justin
up.
Petty,
Justin,
Mark,
I'm
Petty
sorry.
Details.
Hey, Tom, hold on, man. Let me get Justin up. You need to get diminished value from somebody, and it's every bit. I'm going to bring it back up. It's every bit of 15, 20%. What's the value of that vehicle?
It's 3 years old. I bought it brand new.
Yeah, I don't care. Roughly, what could you sell it? What do you think Blue Book is?
Well, when I've looked at used vehicles, with 50, 100,000 miles on them, we're selling the same amount as the new ones.
Hold on a second. Listen, man. Here's what I want you to give Kelly right now. Give her the year, make, model. Okay? We're getting our expert on, but give her the year, make, model, and the mileage. I want to know what that vehicle's worth. And we're going to look it up here, and I also want to get Justin Petty on and figure out what the diminished value is and what to do in this situation when he already turned it in to his own insurance company. In the meantime, let's hop over to Suzanne, who called first thing this morning. What is going on with you, Suzanne?
Hi, thanks for taking the call.
Sure.
My daughter signed a lease agreement. She was a college student in Colorado Springs and signed a lease agreement with West Edge Apartments.
Is this student housing? Is this like a house where there's 5 or 6 students each renting a room out with a common area, or is this a single family unit, or is this a dorm, or what is it?
It's an apartment building right off campus, and each student rents a room within the apartment building.
And how many roommates are there?
Well, originally there were 5 other roommates.
Holy moly!
So there was a 6-bedroom apartment.
Okay. Is it truly like an apartment complex?
It is, yes.
Okay.
It's West Edge Apartments.
All right, keep going.
So she signed with them in February for this coming fall semester that starts later this month.
Yeah.
But this summer decided not to return to college. She's taking a gap year.
Oh boy.
So she immediately contacted on June 19th, she contacted the rental office, and they told her that it wasn't a big deal. She could find a replacement roommate to take her lease.
Okay.
So she did that. On June 26th, she located an individual to take on her lease. That individual applied at Westridge. She met their qualifications. But then she was told that individual is not a student. She's the age of the student, but she's not a student. So then they told her that actually she couldn't take on my daughter's lease.
Because she's not a student.
Right, but my daughter's lease it's not for a student. Nowhere in the lease does it say student, and we happen to know of other
Suzanne, does it say, well, hold on a second. Does it say that she can actually sublet it, though? Or are they kind of doing her a favor and they're going to allow a sublease?
Correct. Her lease allows for subletting. It regularly happens.
But it does not, but it's seriously, you read this thing and it does not mention that they have to be a student at the school anywhere in the lease.
No, nowhere in the lease. So then she got an email saying, we're no longer allowing roommate placement for non-students. And then she said, well, how do you qualify them as a student? Because she found another individual that is enrolled to take on her lease, but isn't enrolled for this semester, but has a student ID and is enrolled in everything. And they refused to return her phone calls or answer any questions. So I got involved yesterday, and then yesterday they said, oh, we've changed the rules just for this semester. It's the very first semester that we've changed the rules, where now if you're not a student, you have to rent a studio apartment or an entire apartment. You can't just rent a room. But their website even lists, I copied from their website.
But you signed the lease, your daughter signed the lease prior to these rule changes, and the lease she signed literally says she can sublease it, but you're saying it doesn't say sublease it to another student. It says I need to see that lease. Can you get that over to us in a PDF?
Yes. Yes, if someone can give me the email, I would be happy to send that.
Yeah, hold on a second. Kelly, let's get a copy of that lease. I want to breeze through that and then possibly get a legal opinion on it. But man, I haven't seen a lease that just allows for subleasing that easy. But I don't know why they're being such jerks if it is in there, the sublease, and they changed the rules for this semester.
And what do they care if it's a student or not? I don't quite understand that.
Well, I could understand, like, if it's a 50-year-old dude or something weird. Like if it was like some of our YouTubers or something. I mean, that's a whole different deal. But anyhow, listen, I got to take this break. We have our expert up, Justin Petty. Let's make sure he gets all the information on that vehicle. We're going to talk to him about Tom's issue and getting diminished value. And then, Suzanne, you're going to send that to us. And Joe has got a question for our car guys. It is Car Guys, Car Day, on a transmission. Hold tight. Suzanne, would you have Kelly put it up? Year, make, model, miles. Sub trim.
She's already got it on there.
Okay. All right, let me tell you about Joe Chiano, and I'm going to bring him up because I love having him on air with me, but the benefits of his pension, or as we call it, the guaranteed pension, are amazing. Can you imagine if you had $100,000 right now, and let's say it's in a 401k, or what we call an orphan 401k, a company you used to work for, and it's just sitting there. You have no control over your own money. You could roll that over with Joe, and listen to this. Let's just make numbers up. It's $100,000. Day one, you have the benefit of $117,000, and that will grow with the stock market. But the cool part is, if the stock market goes down, what happens, Joe?
You know, it ratchets. The money doesn't go down with the stock market.
And what happens if it goes back up?
It goes up again. You know, so the key is whenever the account grows and the market goes down, you stay level.
Yep.
So the following year, let's say the market goes up again, you're going to get a percentage of that growth.
Yep.
And then the market goes down again, you're going to stay level. But the key, Mark, the key is the fees, okay, that this account actually charges.
Everybody says, how much are the fees for that annuity? Well, wait till you hear what these fees are.
0.1% of a percent.
0.1.
Only 1/10 of. I just had a lady that called me today, and she wants to put $100,000 into this guaranteed pension annuity, and she said, "What is my fee going to be? What's 1/10 of $100,000?
It's like $10 or $100.
$100 a year.
It's incredible. It's incredible. The one that I loved, because you guys crunch numbers for people all day long. We had one caller call up, and he was like 40 years old, $500,000. I think his parents died or something, but $500,000 if he bought that annuity. Listen to this, people. $500,000. Immediately, he gets that 17% bonus. Then, check this out. If he retired at age 70, 30 years from now, he'd be close to $400,000 a year, whatever that is a month, guaranteed till the day he dies. And if he couldn't cook or clean or some of the things we can't do when we're older, and the long-term benefits of this annuity kicked in, that doubles. He'd be getting close to $800,000 a year at retirement every single year, forever, guaranteed till the day he dies. And Joe, when he does die, and the value is still there, who gets that money? Does it just go away?
No, absolutely not. The beneficiaries will get the money.
His kids, his wife, whoever.
Yeah, whoever.
I love it. You know what, folks? I will never say ever to put all your money into an annuity. Two things. One, you got to have the right one. Joe only sells the right one. That's it. He sells multiple ones, but he'll never put you in a bad product. Everything he does is guaranteed. You'll never lose money. You'll make money. You'll never lose your principal. Period. End of story. And that kind of growth, if you're a long ways from retirement or if you're only 30 days from retirement and you want that guaranteed pension, that guaranteed rent money, that guaranteed money every month for the rest of your life, you go to mymoneymyway.com. Please, mymoneymyway.com or call Joe right now, 303-779-6600. These guys are great. I've known Joe and Jordan for a very long time. 303-779-6600. Gravina's. Yes, I love talking about Nick and the gang over at Gravina's. These guys have 20 different manufacturers of windows they deal with. The best pricing, over 50 lines of windows. They're not beholden to one or two manufacturers. They got them all. On top of that, their sliding doors. They came out to our house. They showed us 4 or 5 different options. They bring these cutouts. Absolutely beautiful. We picked the one out we wanted. And guess what? They showed up on the exact date they were supposed to. They installed it. It was the best price, the best service, the best product. Gravinas.com. That's Gravinas.com.
Okay, no problem.
They show up when they said they were going to. That doesn't need to be an ad. For anybody, I don't care how good you are at anything. They showed up when they said they were going to. At the time they said they were going to. Yeah, that should be no matter what. Yeah, nothing against Gravina.
I think sometimes you get like you're searching for something new to say.
That could be.
Like the hamburger pizza too?
Pizza time. Oh. Yeah, thanks for pizza.
Yeah, what's up?
Have any like souvenirs that we could send? Good. Yeah. Larissa, like something radio station promotional items. Yes. Cheap efficiency.
Not radio station, but yeah, they're spending. That's a good piece.
Oh, I already got for the t-shirts.
That's your best bet right there. Because my guys, they said that's like Domino's. There's some stickers right in front of the
Pizza Hut. It looks like frozen
on the edge of the shelf.
What about that coffee cup?
It's old. I mean, I don't even know if I want to wash it.
Volume.
Yeah, it's been here longer than I have.
Right.
Little Caesars.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't beat them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Not washing.
Can't beat who up for what?
$5 a pie.
Pizza. Little Caesars pizza.
Oh, shit, no. I used to like those double deep dish for lunch, man. It was $5 lunch deal.
Square one?
The little square one.
Yeah.
God dang, they're delicious.
They got just enough grease and everything. Big cheese.
Just around the crust, they're crunchy and just...
Yeah, you got to wear gloves when you eat it. You can't do paperwork because
One of my shops was right next to Church's Fried Chicken.
Your trusted local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. We've got so much cooking. It's insane right now. I need to get to one of our experts, and that's Justin Petty. Hey, Justin, man, I use you a lot. You know more about diminished value than anybody I know. You always help people with value and getting the right amount. Let me tell you a situation real quick with Tom. So here's the bottom line. a car rolls in a parking lot, literally falls out of gear, rolls 75 yards, hits his wife's truck. I mean, it's crazy. They both have State Farm. It's all on video. Everything that happened, everybody knows what happened. No one's contesting anything. But Tom made the mistake, well, in my opinion, the mistake of putting the claim in under his own insurance, which in a lot of times that's not a bad idea. But he has a 2021. What's the price of this vehicle? What is it, guys? Someone tell me what this thing is.
I got 27. We don't know all the details.
It's like a $27,000 truck that's never been in an accident before. In fact, I'll tell you what it is. It's a 2021 F-150 with 52,000 miles. So 21 F-150, 52,000. I don't know if it's a platinum or anything like
that's
that.
That's just it, four-wheel drive, crew cab. There's a lot of variables.
Hey, Tom, what is it real quick? Give me an idea. What is it?
It's a nice truck. We bought it new.
Is it a crew cab? Is it a platinum? What is it?
It's a super crew cab, I believe they call it.
Super crew.
And it's the STX version.
STX Super Crew. Hold on there. So I'll keep you both up. So Justin, check this out. He puts it under. That's probably worth more than 27, guys, the more I think about it. But whatever. Let's say whatever the value is, Justin. I say that's if it was accident free, he bought it brand new, first owner, accident free, it runs into him. He put it through his own insurance. State Farm is the carrier on both policies. What does he do now to get the diminished value? One, if he put it in through, I don't know if State Farm was giving him bad advice or whatever, but I mean, he can't get diminished value in the state of Colorado from his own company when he turns it in, but I assume he could still go after them for the diminished value. I'm sure you've dealt with this before. What should he do right now?
Yeah, so there's a lot of moving parts there, but the claim against the dealership, their State Farm policy is where the diminished value would be recovered for sure. So there's not knowing how much the damages are. I wouldn't think that there would be a policy limits issue, so I don't think there'd be a problem.
So Justin, let's just say, Tom, would you agree it's going to be under $8,000 in damage?
I really don't know because.
Well, do you think they're going to total the vehicle? That's all I care about right now.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, okay, we just simply don't know. But let's say they're not going to total it. I would still say it's 15 to 20%, right?
The damages or the diminished value?
The diminished value.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it ranges from about 12 to about 22%, depending on how bad the damages are. So at a minimum, you're looking at 12 or 13% of the pre-accident value.
Yeah. I mean, really, Tom, what I would do is call back to State Farm, whoever your adjuster is, and say, hey, we got to run this through the other person's account with you guys because I want my diminished value. I mean, that's the first thing you got to tell them. They're not going to give you diminished value on your own policy. They simply aren't going to do it.
When I called to make a claim, I called State Farm's claim department.
Yep.
And I gave them the other party's insurance policy number.
Yeah.
And mine. So I don't know who they ran it through.
Well, if they ran it, listen to this, man. First of all, and Justin, please jump in. No one's ever going to just cut you a check for diminished value. It's not going to happen. You've got to demand it. So what you need to do is you need to call back and go, hey, how about my diminished value? I want a diminished value claim. How much are you guys going to give me for the diminished value? And that's going to answer the question. Then if they say, hey, you don't get diminished value because you're running it through your own policy, you say, you need to run it through the at fault. I've got the video. I've got the police report. I got everything. That car fell out of gear and rolled into mine, and everybody knows that. It needs to go through that one, and I need to know how much you're going to give me for diminished value. And if you don't like the amount for diminished value, that's where you call up our expert, Justin Petty, and he can actually invoke the appraisal clause and get you every single nickel they owe you. Is State Farm good or bad at writing the proper amount for diminished value, Justin?
Well, they don't train them how to calculate diminished value. They just argue, no matter if God himself writes an appraisal.
I got you. So, in other words, you do a lot of work for folks when State Farm's involved.
Sure, I stay pretty busy with the bigger carriers like them.
So, Tom, here's the good part about Justin. Okay, you ready? This is so cool. It's $500. $500, and he'll go into the appraisal. He will send them all the information and prove, like in your case, the diminished value should be 15, 17%, whatever it's supposed to be. I mean, that's what he does for a living. He calculates it, and he'll get you the right amount of money for $500. And the other part that Justin does that's great, when you call State Farm back and make sure you're going to get the diminished value claim, once you get the number, you can call up Justin and say, hey, it's, they're offering me this. Here's my VIN number. Is this a fair diminished value? And he'll tell you, oh, yeah, that's fair. There's nothing I can do for you. That's right in line. Right, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, claims are tricky. I was going to mention that if he paid a deductible, then there's a collision claim, and then he needs another claim number. So there'll be two claim numbers if he had to pay his deductible. And he would, of course, get his deductible back from the other side as well.
Tom, did you pay a deductible?
No, I just got the information from the insurance company, and it said I don't owe a deductible.
Okay, so it sounds like they ran it through the other company or the at fault. So what you really need to do is basically call them back and make sure you tell them, hey, I want my diminished value too. I bought this brand new. There's never been an accident. And I'd say something like, my understanding is it's probably around 22%. What are you guys offering me for that? And then get that number. Then I'm going to give you Justin's information. When you get that number, call him back, man. And if he says it's unfair, you pay him $500. And if they're trying to short you $3,000-$4,000, my God, that's worth $500 all day long, man.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Mark. What's Justin's number?
214-227-2154. 214-227-2154. Or you can check him out at diminishedvalueexpert.com. He does stuff for all kinds of diminished value and just value if you've been in an accident and the insurance company's trying to screw you. I mean, Justin, you'll do more than diminished value, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's a big one.
We do value of all kinds. Yep.
Here's a big one I had to deal with. So we had a car. It got totaled by another driver. The insurance company offered us like $15,000. By the time it was all said and done, I fought it and got $22,000. Think of that. Think of how they tried to screw me for $7,000. And people just don't know the value of it. Hey, I gave you the number, Tom. I appreciate that. Hey, Justin, you're in Texas. But you do work all over the country, right?
Indeed, yeah. We do a lot of work outside of Texas as well.
Hey, sure. Are those Rangers? I heard like the FBI and the Rangers and the State Patrol, everybody's running around looking for those Democrats that are on the loose. Is that true? Is that a big news story out there?
Oh my goodness.
That's what they say. Yeah, they say that they're going to go get them from Illinois or wherever they're hiding out.
Can you imagine the FBI tracks them down to somewhere in Illinois, arrests them, turns them over to the Texas Rangers? Those are pretty badass guys, right? Those Rangers?
They're specialists for sure.
That's crazy, man. 100%. Hey, I appreciate it as always. Justin Petty, and that's diminishedvalueexpert.com. He'll answer all the questions for free. I mean, really, and he's very honest. It's like, oh, they're offering you $16,000. That's it, guaranteed. That's what the deal is. Okay, I got to take this break. We got a question with an extended warranty, and I'm going to look at that lease during this break.
Inbox, Mark.
Awesome, and then we're going to talk to Suzanne about her daughter's issue and the sublet, and then that's about it. We can clear up time. We're going to have one line open, 303-713-8255.
Yeah, please don't tell Mark yet because it's a surprise for him.
Are you serious?
During the update.
Okay.
It's always supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, you got it.
I got an
Tease
update.
it, though.
Mark's, we're full of surprises.
Mark, I am teasing
Is it a
to
2
Mark.
or a 1?
It's a 2-for-1.
It's a 2.
Okay, kill time.
You know, the diminished value thing would depend too on what.
Joseph A. Lazare. I'll tell you why you should use this guy more than any other reason.
You're not on.
He helped Dimitri out big time. Dimitri actually breaks the law more than anybody else I've ever met. It's absolutely incredible. The guy has done everything I've ever imagined. He has injured more people than anybody. He has wronged people left and right. I've never seen anything like it.
They're going to be dragging me to Alligator Alcatraz.
That off. I wasn't on air. I was fucking with you, dummy.
That's what you get.
God.
Karma's a bitch.
What? You got me.
I got him good, didn't I?
Kevin was like, I put my headphones on.
He was
for
ready
this.
to kill me.
Okay, now here's your real spot.
Joseph A. Lazare. He's a criminal defense attorney, and honestly, I hope you never meet him. But if you do, if you ever find yourself in the hands of the law, if you're, arrested for something, you need the best attorney out there. That is Joseph A. Lazare. I'm going to give you his phone number. I really want you to put it in your phone. When you're accused of a crime, there's 2 different things. One, you're innocent, and you need someone like Joe that can fight for you in front of a jury and get you off. And 2, if you're guilty, he knows the judges, the DAs, he can get you the best deal out there. Put this phone number in there, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200. Now, the other thing about Joe is he helped Dimitri out 100 million times.
I apologize.
He's got him on speed dial number 4.
Number 4.
I didn't know you were hitting the damn on button.
You were talking about me, and I was going to weigh in on that.
He was going to weigh in on
He's
it.
going to weigh in on the commercial.
Oh, my God. Tell you how good Joe was at getting me out of Alligator Alcatraz.
If I wouldn't piss off 50% of the people in Colorado, I would have said, and if you're one of those Democrats hiding in Denver, call Joe Lazare when they snag you.
Oh, my God. Jeez, I'm so embarrassed. I don't deserve the pizza
It's
cheese.
happened to all of us.
That was funny.
I don't deserve the pizza cheese.
You pulled a Doc. You
Mark's
just
cussed on air.
Well, at least he didn't cuss like Doc did.
And like Mark.
Well,
Mark's-
no, but Doc's punched
Oh,
in.
God, yes, I know.
I cussed at the absolute worst time you could, and it was during a commercial. And I didn't know. Whatever. I blame it. Mostly Tom's fault. No matter how I look at it, it was Tom and Dragon were 100% at fault.
Do you want to look at that lease? I tried to skim through it. It doesn't say anything about students, but it's pretty wordy as far as there's a lot to
Send it over to
Brad O'Brien.
Send it to Brad. Tell him. Just
See if
tell
he's
them
available
they're
for
trying to sublease it, and they're saying they can't sublease it to certain individuals.
Let me
Probably
text.
what it's going to end up saying, in all honesty. And I still don't have it. I don't see it.
It is. It's in my inbox, and
Just resend it to me. Here's probably what it's going to say. They have to approve the person that's going to sublease it, and they're simply not approving someone that's not a student. So she's probably screwed, would be my guess of what it says. I've never heard of a sublease where anybody can take your place. If that matter, you can move out and get a homeless person.
That's true.
Sure.
You shouldn't have to approve whoever does it.
Seems a little weird though that it was changed at the time of.
that is so weird.
Hit my trash. Maybe I dumped it.
Yeah, it's something they really couldn't.
Yeah, you did right here.
You'd have to agree to the modification to your own lease. You can't just have it dropped on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to inbox, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me see it now.
Yeah.
Send it. Did you send it to him?
I'm going to, but
It's like
I gotta
converting it from a
see
2-year
if Brad
to a
is even
2-month.
available.
Unless they cash the check.
Unless, there he goes again. Unless you cash the check.
God, that was funny, Dimitri.
God, that was embarrassing.
Brad at OLS.
So I found out yesterday lavender keeps spiders away.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody about it. I wanna
Most
grow-
essential oils do.
I want to grow lavender at my farm.
Yeah.
Lavender grows like a weed. You ever see the fields in France?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And it will get rid of all the damn spiders, and then the chickens will eat the rest. That's my plan.
Where are you going to put the lavender?
Hundreds of acres as far as the eye can see. It's very expensive.
Yeah, I can't go number 2 anymore.
Very profitable.
Yeah.
Lavender?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Very expensive.
Since it grows like a weed, it would seem like it'd be more.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Once you get it established,
it's really valuable.
Mint is the other thing. It kind of grows like a weed. It'll
Yeah.
consume your garden, actually.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen
mint.
it.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't ever plant it.
I've seen basil do the same thing.
See, that's going to be that's Dimitri's farm right there.
Oh, yeah.
There's Dimitri.
Now, what?
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. I'm eyeballing this lease. It is one of the student kind of housing leases here.
Hey, Mark, Brad O'Brien's not available today. I don't know if we need to follow up on Monday, maybe, or if you want to try to tackle it.
I definitely want you to get it over to him. I want his opinion on it, but here's kind of what I'm seeing. Let me pull, I do want a legal opinion on it, but let me pull Suzanne back up. Then Dave and Michelle, you're next, and then Joe. Actually, Joe might be, but one of them is. I promise I'll figure that right out. Hey, Suzanne,
Yes.
they have to, from what I'm seeing, and tell me if you kind of read it the same way, they have to approve, in the lease, they have to approve the new tenant. They have to approve the sublease, meaning, and the reason that would be in there is you can't go get a homeless person off the street and say, hey, we're going to sublease to this person, and that would get your daughter off the hook. I mean, you understand that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So I have a feeling that's what's going to kill this deal. They're simply not approving it. I understand what you're saying. In theory, they would have approved this any other quarter or any other semester, but they're, for whatever reason, this semester, they're changing the rules. But I don't think that's going to help you. In other words, I think they can change the rules because they can simply say, we're not going to approve that person. You follow me?
I do. Even if there's someone in her same boat, I mean, she has a person who's applied and approved as far as her application.
Here's what Suzanne, here's what I'm saying. I don't care who it is. It could be the president of the United States. It could be anybody. They still have to approve that person, and they're simply not approving whoever it is. But now saying that, I'm sending that off to Brad O'Brien. We're going to follow up with you on Monday, and in the meantime, Deputy D, do you mind reaching out on this one? Do you know what the deal is?
No, I
know you were working on the other one.
But if somebody fills me in during a commercial break, I'll be extremely happy to help out.
I'll fill you in.
So let's send him the lease, send Brad O'Brien. Brad O'Brien's going to look at the lease and verify what I said. Here's the skinny, and I should have recapped before I went back to her because it was a while back. So her daughter signs a lease. It's one of these apartments where students go to.
Gotcha.
And there's like 5 people in a common area. So there's 5 rooms and blah, blah, blah. So she signed it, and in the lease, you can sublet it if, like, you get kicked out of school, leave school, want to take a gap year, like in her daughter's case. You can find another student that'll take it, and they'll put them on the hook, take you off the hook.
Sounds good.
But they have to approve the people that you sublease
That's
to.
reasonable.
Well, of course, because you could bring a homeless person in.
Oh, yeah, or some kind of a bum, yeah.
Anybody. So here's the deal, though. Up until this semester, people that weren't students, this isn't on campus, but it's near it, were allowed to be there. So in other words, a 23-year-old that works at Wendy's or whatever could be there.
You mean be a renter? Or
be a renter, a non-student.
Until this year.
Until this year. Now they only want students in these.
When was the lease signed, before or after the change in this policy?
It was signed before the change in the policy, but once again, what the lease says, okay, and this is what I'm saying, looking at it, the lease says you can sublease, but we have to approve the individual.
Oh, I see.
You see the snag.
Their criteria for approval changed.
Which isn't in the lease.
Have they been cashing the checks?
Well, they're not even in there. It doesn't. Yeah, Dimitri might have a good way out for you. But Suzanne, hold on. We're hitting this in 2 ways. We're going to get our attorney to verify everything that I just said. We're going to get a legal opinion on it, and Dimitri understands this 100%.
Yep.
I think it's going to come down to you. Oh, and here's the last part of it. Suzanne's daughter found 2 people that qualify in every aspect. One of them doesn't start till the following semester. Is that correct, Suzanne? They're not this semester, but they start the one after.
That's correct. They're enrolled as a student and have a student ID, but they're not taking classes this semester.
But they are
And
next
Westridge
semester.
They are next semester.
See, okay, hold on. I'm going to have you deal with Dimitri offline. So actually, I think the argument is exactly that, but the argument, they still have to approve them. You understand that.
Yeah.
So just say, hey, listen, she found this. They're in a bad shape right here. This person, you said qualified, but they don't start till the following semester, but they're willing to step in and start living there now and paying the rent now.
And it's, if I understand her correctly, this person already has a student ID that's
Yes.
current and unexpired.
Yes. But that doesn't mean they have to accept them. The student ID means nothing.
It helps make the case.
It helps make the argument, and hopefully you can talk him into it. Now, I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk to Joe, get our car guys going, and then David and Michelle, a question about, real quick, what is the question about the extended warranty, guys?
Hello, Mark.
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm doing great. What is your question? I got a break, but I want to think about your question.
It's mainly about the truck. I mean, it's a 2018 Ford F-150 with a 3.5 Eco. It's an XLT model with 62,000 miles on it. The vehicle is great. It's in excellent shape. What I want to know is, what am I looking at as far as possibility of turbos going out? I've heard problems with the 10-speed transmission.
Oh, I love this. Hold on. I get it, man. In fact, Kevin Calkins over here, he's going to know everything about it. And then we have our other guys from JFR Cars, which is going to be cool too, because you guys sell used cars and of course source new ones. You guys will have information on what can go wrong with the 2000 F-150 with, what do you say, 60,000 miles. All right, hold on, everybody.
Now, Impact.
Because it's a surprise.
What's that, babe?
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that.
Did we do that call this hour or the hour before? The lady in the shovel.
I'm losing track of time, babe. And let me see when Chopper was texting
I think it was
me.
about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Chopper was blowing me up
Why?
at 11 a.m. over this call. Or right before. So, yeah, it was at least an hour ago.
Vestera Investments, Vestera Properties, Barry Miller. He can make you a landlord and you don't even know what you're doing. Yeah, I mean that. He can do everything for you. You sit back, collect the check. But the important part is what you're really doing is having him find the right property. And that's what he does. It's not going to be in Colorado, I'll tell you that right now. But he goes out and finds an up-and-coming town where property values are low right now, but they're going to get higher very quickly. And how he knows that, I have no idea. It's research. He finds you the right house. He finds a property management company and they rent it out. So as it's appreciating in value, you're actually cash flowing on the loan. You own the house. Whenever you want to sell it, you can sell it. You can borrow against it. It's your house. He helps you find it. He helps you manage it. And then he tells you when to sell it. Then you move on to the next properties. We have multiple listeners that are making 40 to 50% annual returns with Barry. In fact, he teamed up with Team Martino and Wave 8. You got to check it out, VesteraTurnkey.com. That's VesteraTurnkey.com. Now, let me tell you about CMG. Talk about home loans. You want the best rates. You want the lowest fees. You go directly to the lender. You go to my friend John Clace. It can be a reverse mortgage, a typical standard mortgage on a new purchase, a cash out mortgage, a second mortgage, a line of credit. If it has to do with your home and it has to do with a loan, you call up John Clace. They are the lender. He works for CMG. They loan in 50 states. You call him up. If you live in Florida, he can do a loan. He can do it anywhere if you're listening to the podcast. He's a great guy. I have used him numerous times. Our son just used him on his first house. from the beginning to the end was 20 days. From filling out the application to closing was 20 days with CMG and the best rates. 303-882-6679. Don't be fooled by the middlemen. These guys do $2 billion a month in loans. 303-882-6679. Call John, 303-882-6679. Okay, YouTubers, we have a update. I don't know what it is. You're going to find
Larissa.
out with me.
And Sonny Corleone, I am pretty sure I met your cute daughter, Jordan, over the weekend. She owns a little restaurant up in Fort Morgan or something up that way. Do I have the right dad? Let me know.
Will Jason get his shovel back? Will Alyssa, Larissa get a signed autographed pizza box? That and a lot more when we come back.
And you should sign it, Judge Judy.
Wapner.
Wapner's way better.
That's funny.
His show was on right after Richard Simmons.
God, he got so weird towards the end.
Yeah, like
he like disappeared and shit
for years. Yeah,
he got like heavy too. I think wasn't he real heavy? Then he lost weight. Then he got real heavy.
I don't remember that about Judge Wapner.
No, we're talking about
Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
He died. Yeah,
Dancing with the oldies, right?
Mm-hmm. Sweating to the oldies.
No, dancing with the oldies.
Sweating.
Jesus. We're auctioning off his elaborate clothing.
Oh my God.
Last week.
You know, he never came out of the closet publicly that I know of.
Right. Oh, you think he was a little happy?
Oh, everybody behind the scenes said he was.
Oh yeah, Richard Simmons.
He walked on clouds. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Correct. Get it right. Get it right.
Yep, I hope to try her food someday. It looked amazing, Sonny. And she's just a nice gal, seemed really grounded. You did a good job.
You know, Top Secret seems to be kissing ass a little too hard today. Just a little too hard. Maybe I should put her in timeout.
I almost
the story of her life.
I got a bid on it. I almost
Bon appetit. That is right, Girl Friday. Well, you would know. You're her aunt.
What is Bon appetit?
Okay, so Girl Friday, her niece came to the beer fest on
we met
Saturday.
her.
Oh, she's a doll. Anyway, she's got her own little cute restaurant, cafe thing up in Fort Morgan.
She was the one making out in the parking lot with her boyfriend.
Okay, now her dad is sitting here on YouTube, and maybe you would not want to know that about your daughter. So, but
If
Jordan
our daughter
is
was
30
making
plus.
out with her boyfriend in the parking lot, that would not bother me.
Okay. Well, anyway, Jordan's a grown woman.
Who told us that? That's her mother.
I have Jerry Lewis's gun.
Who told us that she was making out in the parking lot with her boyfriend? Someone told.
Oh, I don't know. You said you saw her, or somebody. I didn't see it. I don't know who said that.
Why was she there?
She's Girl Friday's niece.
Girl Friday said it then.
Oh, nice one, Girl Friday. Jesus.
So don't be blaming me there,
But if
Corleone.
you see the girl's Instagram and the meals she makes, Mark, oh my God.
What do they deliver them or what?
No, she has a little cafe
It's like a restaurant.
up in Fort Morgan.
Cool.
Gotta go.
You know what? I can't believe you'd even say that. Like, if...
And Sonny Corleone on YouTube,
No, hold
that
on.
is
If
Jordan's dad.
If Bryce and Addie were making out in the car and someone said that, why would I care?
Oh, I don't know. I was just being silly. Jordan is over 30. I'm sure she can do what she wants in a parking lot.
You ever get it on in a car, Kevin? Like full-blown never in your life.
Not since last week.
630 KHOW.
All right, 303-713-8255. We've got a lot cooking today. We're solving lots of problems. Hey, we've got an update. In fact, I'm going to do this. David, Michelle, we're going to come back to that extended warranty. And the reason I say that is I only got 2 minutes here, but we have an update. And everybody, I have no idea what it is, but we had a caller about a week ago, and I got them both on today. So here was it in a nutshell. Landscaper goes out, does some work, never really finishes the job, and he's got reasons left and right why. the homeowner actually took his tools and won't give him his tools back. He claims that she not only owes him money, but is keeping the tools. And she claims the $425 that he paid, or I'm sorry, that she paid the landscaper did nothing. He never fixed anything, didn't do anything. So Deputy D got involved. And you reached out and talked to whom?
I spoke with Larissa. She's the homeowner in this matter.
All right, go. Please tell us the update.
Well, my goal as usual is just to broker a mutual walk away. And in this case, I also wanted to get the landscaper some help in getting his tools back, right?
I agreed with her more than I did with him.
Yeah, me too. And Larissa was very reasonable and very forthcoming. And here's all we had to do. And I think this is a bargain.
All we had to do to what? Get the tools
For
back?
Larissa, yeah. Here's what's going to happen. And then the landscaper is going to get his tools back. So sometimes after 2 o'clock, Anthony's is going to deliver a large pizza to Larissa. It's going to have broccoli, mushrooms, onions, sausage, peppers.
You're being dead serious.
And extra
Dead
cheese.
serious.
And the extra cheese was my idea. And
So
I thought
we're
that would
sending
be
her a pizza.
a large one from Anthony's. It's got to be from Anthony's because she, like all of us here, love.
You're being dead serious. We saw he's going to get his tools back, and she's getting a pizza.
Yeah, that's right. And a
Oh,
box,
my God.
And a box of really cheap swag from the show.
Excellent. We'll give her T-shirts, hats, whatever.
I already packed
Listen
it.
to that. $300 million in cash merchandise and one pizza.
We're always looking for an advantage. And this.
Suze, did you get a chance to order it?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I guess.
That was awesome, D.
Well, did you see all the vegetables? She's like,
I guess I'm ordering a pizza after the show.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's got to be before or after the show because she needs it right after 2 o'clock.
That's what I said. I guess I'm ordering a pizza after the show.
But the show ends at 2.
It ends at 2.
The
Right,
show
and you
ends
said after 2, right?
Not the order. The pizza
She
has to
wants
be
the
there.
pizza now.
She wants the pizza there at 2.
Okay, this is what your email said, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And who puts
Pizza
broccoli on
at 2 p.m. or a little later.
Yeah. That's
So I was just gonna order
that's
it
the
too.
No, that's the arrival time.
Just give it to Kelly to order.
That's
Okay.
the arrival time.
That was a good one. Hey, Jason, is Jason still on?
I will handle this order because we're going to have to call a different a different one.
Yeah, because they're down in the Springs, aren't they?
No, she's in Aurora.
Aurora. Okay.
Anthony's.
Where the
You can
heck?
Order it online. Anthony's Pizza.
I wonder if Jason's still on. Oh, he is on. He is on. Some old valves and a manifold. Jason, we got your tools back. Just say
Let's
thank
see if
you
I
and
can
don't say
order
anything
online
else.
For this gal.
My God, man.
Delivery.
We need to know from Jason what day he can come pick them up, and then she'll set them by the mailbox on that day.
Jason, she's going to put them by the mailbox, but you got to tell us. Email help@troubleshooter. Tell us what day and time you can go pick them up. And do not put the FUBAR on this.
80016.
Does anybody need anything in the break room?
Sorry, they don't deliver to this area. So now what? Do we want to pick up a pizza and deliver it to her, Mark?
They don't have one Anthony's in that area?
On Smoky Hill and what's the cross street?
But I will say, if you put in 80237, I think it says that too, and that's our address.
Maybe we call the store and ask them to clarify.
Yeah, see, 80237, they don't deliver. It says that too. You
But
just
they
can't order
deliver here.
online. They do. So, okay, let me do this. Pizza closest. Anthony's Pizza closest to 80016. Let's see here.
Can you call like Uber Eats or something and have them get it?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe they go
It's
anywhere,
gonna
right?
cost more though. He'll bitch about that.
What?
If we get DoorDash or something to deliver it.
No, we're not doing that. Hey, we're charging. This guy's paying us for those tools, or I'm getting the tools.
Okay. Oh, here on Buckley Road. Maybe that's the one.
Jason, you owe us a pizza next Friday because we're picking this one up so you get your tools back.
Anthony's on Buckley.
We're paying for it right now, yeah. But Jason's paying us back, or I'll ban them on YouTube forever. Hey,
he won't accept it.
Let me ask you something. 2023 Highlander Platinum, 15,000 miles. How much?
All the money's
Gotta be in the 40s, probably, don't
Hey, I'm sorry, Sonny, are you selling that or you're looking to buy one?
Hello, Mark. Platinum?
You said 2011?
23.
23.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's every
High 30s, low 40s easily.
But you can't even find those, can you?
I think he might be selling it. What do you think it would sell for?
We'll give him 25 grand for it.
I give him 26. Oh, come on. I got to win this one. No, it's probably, yeah, I think it's every bit of 39 to 42,000.
That's Smoky Hill in Arapahoe.
39 to 42, easy.
Is he selling it himself?
I asked him, I don't know.
There's a difference.
Yeah, are you trying to sell it yourself or sell it through a dealer? What are you trying to do, Sonny? Ask the question in a little better way so we can get the answer.
Arapahoe and
We should, like we've done the barbecue rib thing. Someday we should do a pizza deal. Cheap pizzas, though. The best cheap pizza, like Domino's, Pizza Hut. What's one we were talking about before? Little Caesars. The best cheap pizza.
What's that one called?
Blackjack Pizza's a cheap one. Papa.
Oh, here it is.
Papa John's.
Okay, this one's the
Papa
one I
John's,
want.
yeah. And they're pretty good.
What's the other one that's just kind of starting to come into Denver?
I guess
A new one?
It's been around a few years.
Like a delivery deal?
But limited. in
here it
areas.
is. This is the one I want.
I see commercials for it, but it's like
The little pizza you get, like the 8-inch, and they're kind of a fast food pizza place now. They're actually pretty good. Not sure. It's a chain. You know that pizza place? That's a chain. They do those little pizzas, no bigger.
Okay, so we got that.
Where you walk through the line and put your own toppings on? That place rocks, man. They don't like me, though. I'm that guy, right? It's like more sausage. More sausage.
Right.
Now put some cheese on it. We need to layer up now. More sausage. What is that place called, babe?
What?
The pizza place where they always give me the stink eye, where you tell them how many toppings and they can't say no.
It's embarrassing. Mod Pizza.
Mod Pizza.
It's like, I'm like, let me order first and get out of line before you order.
Mine looks like
He just pays for
lasagna.
mine. I don't know him.
They're like, and then they always give you this line. They'll always say, "Sir, you won't be able to cook it. It won't cook right." I'll say,
He's
"That's
like-
fine. Make it to go. I'll handle it at home." I mean, don't let them fool you into saying they can't cook it because there's too many toppings. It's simply not true.
You won't have it, will you, Mark?
Hell no.
Crazy.
You know, that would be funny, a challenge. You take two people and you put them at Mod Pizza, and whoever can come out with the heaviest weighted box wins like $50. And you just got to get just stupid.
But you'd be banned.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Suze, any luck?
I found it. I'm gonna. What time do you want me to order it then? 1:30?
Oh, you could call it in now and tell them order it at no earlier than 2 o'clock, like between 2 and
send all within the app
Get out there and be heard.
to Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. I am ecstatic, opening up this hour, and I'll tell you why. If you listen to the show, you know we have recovered more than $300 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and the knowledge we have put out there is unbelievable. But this show, something has happened that has never happened before in this show. If you've been listening to Tom for 40, 45 years, 50 years, I need to tell you something. He has never accomplished what has happened today in his absence, not once. And I assure you of that. And if he says he does on Monday, I'm going to call BS.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask for receipts.
We had two people so headstrong. One guy couldn't get his tools back, and the other person wasn't going to give the tools back. And both of them had a story to tell, but it didn't matter. It was like Ukraine and Russia at that point. Neither were moving. They weren't budging. And we needed a Donald Trump to get involved. That's Deputy D this time. He played arbitrator, mediator, and he solved it. So not only is it $300 million plus in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refund, and services, but now I can say we recovered tools for a landscaper. In exchange, you would think, in exchange, not for the $425 she wanted, but for
an Anthony's Pizza with an enormous number of toppings.
Please.
And Mark, listen to this. This sounds delicious, except for this first part. Broccoli, mushrooms, onions, tomatoes. And I said, how about a little meat on there, lady? She says, sure, let's go with sausage and extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
Who doesn't love extra cheese?
And it has to be an Anthony's.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to get the pizza after 2 o'clock, and you got her word that the tools will go out to the mailbox once we arrange the time, and they're not even going to meet. He's just going to get this.
Yeah, they're not going to come in contact. It's like the Montagues and the Capulets. You never want to have the two meet.
That is probably the best negotiation I have ever heard of in my life. We were arguing arguably over $400 to $800, and we solved it for a pizza.
Well, who doesn't love pizza, especially with extra cheese?
She was really nice, huh?
She was really nice. She was very reasonable, and I threw in a box of cheap tawdry show souvenirs that I'm going to mail to her later on today.
Oh, I love it. Good job, D. I mean, I just can't believe it, guys.
Wait till you see the pizza bill, though.
You guys were here to bask in his glory. I mean, think of all the things that have been solved. Kevin, you've listened to this show forever.
Yeah, I'd never heard it solved with a pizza.
It's unbelievable. In fact, this might be a new way to attack most problems.
I think you'll be surprised to see how effective it will be a lot of the times.
It's incredible. Now, David and Michelle, you had a question on an extended warranty. You had a 2018 F-150, roughly 60,000 miles. Are you thinking of buying an extended warranty? That's why you're asking the question, what could go wrong?
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Kevin, I'm just going to let you jump in. Rod, I want you guys to jump in too with JFR Cars and give these people some thoughts what could go wrong. Any questions you have?
Well, the biggest problems with it is maintenance because of the 3.5 turbo. The oil breaks down and you have what they call timing chain phaser issues where you get a rattle when it starts.
And repair cost if that happens.
You got to tear in. It's probably $4,000 to $5,000.
Would most warranties cover that?
A lot of them do. You got to be real selective in the warranties, and you got to have the maintenance records.
So, guys, are you thinking of buying a Ford a Ford extended warranty, or is it a different company?
No, they gave us a brochure on Century VSC.
I've never heard of that.
Aftermarket.
It's through Ford, yeah.
It's through Ford's aftermarket, but it's not backed by Ford.
Well, what do you guys think of that? You guys sell those?
We definitely sell aftermarket, but we don't sell the Century.
Okay.
However, my concern is always, or the plus side of it is, as much as labor is with automobiles now, I think Mercedes-Benz, I think it was $286 an hour.
Yeah, that's probably right, yeah.
Yeah, and with that said, you almost have to have a warranty, and it pays for itself on one repair.
Well, so the issue that we talk about on this show all the time, remember, we get the bad calls. We don't get calls that people call up and go, hey, Tom, hey, Mark, I have an aftermarket warranty. My transmission broke. It was going to cost me $7,000, and I didn't pay a nickel. I've never had that call.
Nope.
The call we get is the same scenario, but they denied it. They said I couldn't prove I had an oil change, or they said it was a pre-existing condition, or they said that we had an aftermarket part on there that had nothing to do with it, but yet voided the entire warranty. Those are the calls we get.
Well, the other part, with these warranties you add on are limits. They limit the per hour.
dollar.
So they may pay $100 an hour, which no one in the world works anymore. So you're going to end up paying half the labor, and they may cap it at $4,000 or $5,000. And if you need a $12,000 motor, you're still out of pocket. So you got to be real careful with limitations on a lot of these add-ons.
And David, I'll give you an example of a call we had. I think it was yesterday. It might have been 2 days ago. They had a warranty, just like you're talking about, and transmission went out. They actually did put a used transmission in it under the warranty. But in the warranty paperwork, they don't pay for programming. So they had to pay the dealer. They had to come out of pocket $450 in order for it to be programmed, which means in order for it to work. Is that pretty common?
They all have limitations. That's why you got to kind of really dig in and read them.
The most important part, guys, David and Michelle, and anybody listening, the most important part when you purchase a warranty, if you're going to buy them, I never buy them. I don't suggest you buy them. I understand the reasoning behind them, but I just don't like them. I just don't. I take too many calls where they simply don't work. But if you are going to buy one, look at the exclusions. Forget about what they cover. Look at what they don't cover. You will see a full paragraph, if not a page, of what's not covered. That's what you got to look at. But other than the turbo, Kevin, what else can someone expect in that vehicle in the next 40,000 miles?
Well, all cars anymore are having transmission problems. I don't think there's one out there that's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that 8-speed, 10-speed, that whatever they have in there, it's an issue with GM, Ford, all of them are having trouble. So.
That's why when I was buying Hyundais, I'd sell them when they were still bumper to bumper, under 60,000 miles. Hyundais are easy to sell. They hold their value well. You got a manufacturer's warranty for 10,000 miles. But you start keeping some of these cars over 60,000 miles, holy moly, man.
You're going to spend to keep them running.
David, Michelle, any other questions?
No, that's it. That was our main thing. What can we expect as far as that goes to have problems on that truck?
That's about it. You're going to have all the normal stuff, but inherently, that's the issue with that one.
Typical, yeah.
And just emphasizing
that I've put 320,000 miles on as a work truck, and it's been a quality truck.
Well, they make them a lot different now. Rod, what were you saying?
That was my concern.
Yeah,
that
so
was
just,
my concern with all the electronics.
I wanted to emphasize, know the product that you're stepping into and never get a middle-level warranty. Get the best warranty they offer.
Yeah, and the pricing isn't that much different.
Yeah, they really aren't.
And so stay away.
Get the platinum level at whatever one's the best one. Get that one so you don't have any of the exclusions.
And stay away from CarShield. Do not touch CarShield. Hey, you two, both of you, I really appreciate you waiting so long, David and Michelle. It's been a crazy show. Joe, what's going on with this transmission? And I want to apologize to you, Joe. It took a long time to get to you. What's going on?
Okay, no problem. Thank you for taking my call, Mark.
Thank you.
I listen to you guys. I just purchased a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma, and back in June 18th, and I had the 700 miles on it. And then Monday I was driving, all of a sudden the transmission blew up in it.
How many miles on it?
Every light on and everything, and the navigation screen said get to the dealership. So all of a sudden I could still drive about 12 miles an hour.
So it went into limp mode. So Joe, it went into limp mode. That's a lot different than the whole transmission blowing up. But then you got it to the dealership, and what did they say? What was going on with it?
Well, I got it to I had to turn on Federal and go up those hills, and I got on 36, and then finally everything was going to crap. So I was able to pull off on Pecos, and then everything died. The engine was still running, but the thing wasn't running.
Wow, it might have blown up internally.
We'll try to limp to 70th Street to Mountain States Toyota. But then I had to call roadside assistance. They, took me up there. It was dangerous, for me even getting out of the car, rush hour.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but you're okay. So what happened when they got it to Mountain State? What happened?
Well, the first thing they were saying is they can't authorize a rental car because it might be rodent damage.
Rodent damage? I guess that's possible, but what did they ultimately find out?
I lived in an underground parking lot and everything. The car's not exposed.
You park in it. I hope what you're saying, because you own a 2025, you park in an underground parking lot.
Yeah.
You don't live in it.
It was a catastrophic failure.
So they're
And
saying
then
that, well, hold on, Joe, because I am going to have to break, but you're first up. Mountain States is telling you it had nothing to do with rodents at this point. It was a mechanical failure, an internal issue, right?
That's correct.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to take this. And then Mary and Phil, you're up after Joe. Claim, though, if they're saying they can't get him a transmission. How many miles did he say?
700.
Oh, my God. You know how pissed I'd
What
be?
gets me, though, when do you pull over? He's driving at 10 miles an hour and, you know, lights are coming on and everything. When do you stop driving?
I don't know. But 700 miles.
That's the question I always ask people.
I wonder if they didn't put fluid in it from the factory. I don't even know if that's possible.
You never know.
TheArtOfGranite.com. Mitch Floria, man, I really love everything he does. You know, he just bought another building next to his showroom for all of his slates, like marble, and he's got quartz and, of course, granite. And he's selling so much and wants to get so much more in inventory. He bought kind of the building next to him to expand it, which is really cool. You can go up to a showroom. But the other thing I love about TheArtOfGranite.com is if he doesn't have what you're looking for, that exact granite or quartz you want, you can go to some of these massive yards down and out by the airport. They're like football fields. And you can use his wholesale account to actually purchase them. And he doesn't mark them up at all. He never marks up the actual material. He gets paid for the fabrication and the installation, and he's done 4 different places in our house, and each one of them is absolutely perfect. His guys are great. The service is wonderful, and the pricing is unbelievable. In fact, right now, if you get the kitchen done, he'll do the bathroom for free. And how many contractors will give you an estimate right over the phone? Most won't, because they're afraid of sticker shock. Not these guys. Call up Mitch. Go to theartofgranite.com. He might need some measurements and a couple pictures of that kitchen, but he'll tell you right over the phone what you're looking at. And you get the bathroom for free. Theartofgranite.com. Ravinas. What do I love about them? If you listen to the show, you know this. They got 20 different manufacturers of windows they deal with. That's over 50 lines of windows. Same with entry doors and their siding. They have great choices. They're not beholden to one company, one manufacturer. They get the right product for you. Maybe it's price point. Maybe it's location. Maybe you need a great siding because you're in the mountains, or you need Alpine windows or something along those lines, super high efficiency windows because of where you live at altitude. These guys have everything. Fix and flips to $10 million homes, everything in between. Gravinas.com. Call up Nick and the gang at Gravinas.com.
You know, going back, if the estate could buy that car, if the estate bought it, they have to pay tax on it. And then when Tim bought it from the estate, they have to pay tax again.
Absolutely.
They change his title. So if he's in a high tax rate, 23 grand.
What made you just think of that?
I thought of it earlier. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, say that. That's a great idea because you can't skip title. He's not a dealer.
Right. So if they did let him buy it, they have to pay tax twice.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, yeah, if he's...
Well, that's not a good buy
most tax
anymore.
around here, ours is cheap because we're unincorporated Douglas. It's like 3-something or 4.1. But I mean, most people are like 8%.
Have you done your spots?
Yeah.
Oh, great. You really got Girl Friday in trouble talking about the making out. Great. Now,
Well, now
Dad
you're
messaged daughter. Daughter's yelling at Girl Friday for saying something to anybody. Big mouth Mark.
Yeah, sure.
It's not my fault.
Jeez. Like, God, poor Girl Friday.
Well, what really got me is I was looking out in our parking lot this morning, and Kevin was out there making out with somebody. I think it might have been Rod.
I was hoping you didn't see it.
I looked at Suzanne and said, wow, okay. I said, there's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with interracial
Oh, my God.
Ah, that was good.
Jesus. Anyway.
Hey, Sue, before I forget, not next Friday, but the one after, 22nd, my guy's going to be out of town that weekend, so I can't.
Okay, no Kevin on the 20th.
Do the show over there.
Okay.
I could, yeah, in between phone calls.
We'll come out and do it live.
I'll
Yeah.
type that in. Kevin.
I can't see you. Don't need the car anymore.
No, I don't do that. Just the phone.
August 22nd.
Yeah.
That was a great deal.
My service writers.
It was all your idea, though. I mean,
back there
I
like I
wouldn't offer somebody a free pizza on you.
But that was a hell of a way to. That was a hell of a sales job. I have a great. I might come up with a great idea, but to sell a pizza in exchange for some for $400 in tools is a hell of a sales job.
No, $400 in overpayments.
She knew she was screwed, no matter what.
Yeah, I think so.
She's like, I don't need a shovel. And everybody you know values your tools. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a shovel for like 38 cents, I think, if you have a coupon.
Kevin, do you have, I saw where your shop was. Do you have all the service department? There used to be a Volkswagen dealer there.
Well, see, that's the next door.
We have too much fun.
I sent you
Or
the message
Suzuki
that
was there, I think.
the all-in-one
Yeah.
people sent us. We can attach
So
my
we
So
have-
do you have
to that
service
check.
bays
It
behind
has
that
to
building,
go
though?
through Our
Yes.
CMG.
So we have
checking.
12 left inside.
Oh, I knew that.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Well, if you watch us on YouTube, you will see that we were discussing some really big, important things behind the scene, and it took me a little longer than usual to get back, so I apologize for that. 303-713-8255. Where'd we leave off here? Back to Joe in the transmission. He has a brand new Toyota. Remarkable. Joe buys a 2025, what was it, a Tundra? A Tacoma?
Yeah, it was a Tacoma.
700 miles on it. Transmission goes kablooey. He gets it back to Mountain States. I assume that's where you bought it, but it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So where are we at now? Did they ever give you a loaner, or what's the problem?
Well, they did give me a loaner, but, the first couple of days she was telling me that we can't give you, pay for it because it could be rodent damage.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Mice chewing up wires. But anyway, they figured it out. There was metal shavings in the transmission and, modules were failing. So
God,
they did
700 miles.
Car they're taking care of. 700 miles. I haven't even made the first payment on it.
Yeah.
And now they're going to keep it. They're talking months.
Months?
Or to get a new transmission.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You know why?
Toyota.
You know why?
Lemon law.
Yeah, one of the things that I got to hand it to Colorado for, although it's nowhere near as good as most states, so actually I take that back, but they just did extend it to 2 years, but none of that matters for you. Yours is so new. I would start a lemon law claim, but you're going to have to wait 30 days. It's got to be out of commission. It doesn't have to be consecutive. In your case, it will be. But everything's got to add up with the same problem for 30 days within 2 years. And I forget the mileage, but once again, none of that matters. You qualify on this. So you want to start the buyback process right at that 30 days if they're going to make you wait and you want a new vehicle. I would want a new vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I was asking them. I said, why don't you just give me a new truck?
No, you just got to start the lemon law
Okay.
process, man. You can't, they're not going to offer you crap.
Yeah.
And you're dealing, I want to make something, you're not dealing with Mountain States on the buyback. You're dealing with the manufacturer, Joe. You're dealing with Toyota.
Okay.
You want to call up, the first thing I would do is call up Toyota, okay? And say, hey, I want to buy back on this truck.
Don't talk to. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to listen to you.
No, that's fine.
Don't deal with Mountain States. Call the Toyota headquarters or whatever.
You're in a precarious. Yeah, that sounds right. I'll go with that.
One of them works.
Yeah, you're in a strange situation because it's evident it's going to be longer than 30 days, but you haven't met the qualifications yet. So what I would do is call up Toyota right now and say, hey, your dealership, and they'll be able to pull up your VIN and see exactly what dealership it's at and say, hey, listen, they're telling me it's going to be 2 or 3 months. That's not acceptable. Even if you give me a rental, that's not acceptable. I want a new truck. Should I start, do I have to wait the 30 days to start the Lemon Law buyback, or are you guys just going to start it for me now and get it going? That's what I would do, but I would do that with Toyota. I would not have that conversation with Mountain States right now.
I got you. That's why I was talking to colleagues at work, and they were giving me a bunch of crap. That's why I respect you guys. And
what kind of crap were they giving you? What does that mean they were giving you a bunch of crap?
Telling me, just go in there and talk to the general manager, and then, I made phone calls to my sales.
No, they're not going to listen. The dealership, they're in a bad situation as well, because they're not going to buy. What are they going to do? Buy back a truck they just made money on that's not worth what it was, and it's broken, and they can't sell it for 3 months, and they're going to have to sell it as a used vehicle. This is all the manufacturers. Unless the dealership drained the transmission fluid out of there and caused a problem, this is all on the manufacturer. I don't blame Mountain States whatsoever, nor would I blame them for not doing anything, because you guys are car dealers, JFR. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense for a dealership to buy this back. They're buying back something that doesn't work, and they can't even sell as new anymore. So, I mean, really, that you call up Toyota, Joe.
I got their number here if you want it.
Yeah, here, Joe. Dimitri's going to give you the number.
You ready?
Okay. Let me write that down. I'm quick.
Okay.
I really appreciate you.
We appreciate your
we never
home
get
so
calls like this on Toyota. I mean, we rarely get any sort of
or on any
complaints
new
at all
vehicle
on their
with 700
vehicles.
miles.
Yeah.
Someone was pissed off at the assembly
I thought
line.
this was my, car that I had 250,000 miles, but after 700 miles and everything I put on the accessories and everything, and then it,
Yeah, I'd be pissed, man.
Poop.
Call them up, man. Talk to these guys. I mean, like, literally, talk to Toyota, and then why don't you call us next week and give us an update on what they said, and I promise I won't keep you on hold for as long, all right?
You want the
Okay, well, no, like I said, I listen to you guys, and that, instead of listening to people at work and what I've been
You ready to write down the number?
You got a pen?
Yeah, please. I'm ready to go.
800-331. Yeah, 331.
331.
4331.
Oh. So I got 331, and then what's after that?
4331.
4331. Joe, I appreciate the call. Please keep us informed and give us an update as soon as you get one. And then what's going on with this dealership, Phil? What's your question? Mary and Kent, you're up next. One line open, 303 Martino. Phil?
Hey, Mark or Kevin, I'm looking to either buy a new vehicle or a used vehicle.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering what dealership
do you know what, Phil, let's make this simple. Do you know what you're looking for? Like, I want a blah, blah, blah Toyota? Or what are you looking for? Is it more of a price range?
I'm either looking for a Toyota or a Subaru or a Chevy SUV.
And are you in Colorado, Phil?
I'm in Arvada, Colorado.
I'm telling you who to call right now, and I don't care if you want.
I'll say it because the guys were sitting next to.
They're sitting next to us. You want to call Rod Greer, Bob Perry? They can source anything you're talking about. And for people listening, if you're in the market for a new car, these guys have deals with dealerships all around the country. They can get you the best deal out there. So don't go in and end up in the finance room where they're slapping you around, selling you all the makeup for your car and all the extended warranties and all that other crap. Go to people that are honest and can source the car for a good price. So what you do, Phil, is you're going to call these guys at JFR, and you can say, hey, I want a used one. Or, guys, a lot of people call up. Phil's basically saying he doesn't know what he wants, but you would start with a budget, right? Like, how much do you have to spend, and what kind of cars do you like? Then you can start sourcing stuff and giving him ideas.
Right. That's exactly what
I was thinking, Mark, maybe a Tesla pickup, but I don't want to copy you, so I ain't going to.
Yeah, I never picked mine up. I rolled it into a Tesla SUV, Phil. That's funny you said that, though.
I was just wondering, I bought 2 brand new pickups back years ago, and I was on the show, and I sold that one pickup for $47,000. It only had 23,000 miles on it.
Wow. That's
I sold that. I was on the air on that a while back. But anyways,
all right, Phil.
Medved Chevrolet in Wheatridge. Now, I think they changed their name, didn't they?
No idea, Phil. But I wouldn't call them. And I'll say that again. I wouldn't call them. Phil, I want you to call JFR Cars. 303-520-6839. 303-520-6839. Phil, I appreciate your call. I got to take this break.
Spots are updated. If they're not, you're a little behind.
I haven't heard from him forever.
Did you hear me about the house spots?
Yeah, I thought.
Yes.
Okay. As long as you did.
I'm going to do...
Where you are? Why do you do that?
You do that to me all the time. I leave every...
It's more fun when I do it to you.
You don't think about how I leave the office. I'm sad, hurt, and busted up.
Denver Region. Who do I have here? Fuller. Hey, Dragon, I'm going to be doing 2 spots, just so you know. Quick ones or whatever. You know my idea of quick. Under 4 minutes. John Fuller, Fuller Law. How I love when you're shopping for a personal injury attorney, you're looking for more than just some name on TV or on the side of the bus. You think you actually deal with the big ass or all these people you see heavy advertising. You're not going to deal with them. You're going to deal, if you're lucky, with a paralegal somewhere and then possibly deal with multiple attorneys over a case. I mean, you don't want that. You want to go to somebody that you're going to get to know that is there to fight for you and get every nickel the at-fault person owes you. That's John Fuller. Susanna and I have used him twice. I'm going to give you his phone number. Please put it in your phone if you're ever hurt in an auto accident or if you have any questions. Maybe you've been in an accident recently and, it's been a week or two. You didn't think anything was wrong and all of a sudden you're not feeling good. Listen, things happen in an accident. Suzanne broke her nose. She had back problems. It was horrible. John got us 100% every penny that woman had in insurance. Then when our daughter was in an accident about a year later, the exact same thing. Then he went out after getting all that money for us and negotiated down the hospital bills, the ER bills, the ambulance bills to put even more money in our pocket. Check him out at callfuller.com. That's his website, callfuller.com. But here's his phone number, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500. Denver Regen, I love these guys. I've lost 45 pounds in under 8 months. It's like cheating, I'll put it that way. In fact, everybody around me today was eating pizza or whatever they bought. I don't even think about it. The food noise is gone and you feel full, and there's a lot of other benefits to it as well. But Denver Regen, less than $300 a month. You can't get a better price on GLP-1s. It's the best price I've heard out there. That's it. I mean, you talk to the MD, they ship you the meds, they tell you how to take them. Everything is easy as it gets. Like I said, I've been doing it 8 months, 45 pounds. I'm getting really close to my goal. DenverRegen.com. What is it? Oh, a new one? Where is it? Oh, my God. Look at that. Thanks for doing that. Okay, what am I looking at Give me your VIN.com. Give me the VIN.com. Give me the VIN. Give me your VIN. Give me your VIN. No, give me your VIN.
A bad Carfax. Does that happen? I guess it can.
I don't know what a bad Carfax means.
We're going to
Got
find
a
out.
car in the
I would guess he bought a car and then found out later
that it has collision.
he pulled a Carfax when he bought it and it was clean, and someone was late reporting something. That's the only thing I could think of.
Or he did a.
What's your usual turnaround for reporting to
We don't
Carfax?
report. They're logged
Oh.
in our POS.
Yeah, that's how ours
Every
was.
time
at
we
the
close,
shop.
they get the data.
Do they log oil changes and everything
They
else?
get the data on every car we work on.
Which is good.
Even
I
if
think
it's an oil,
great.
just an oil change or.
Especially anything.
So really, you don't have to like keep track.
I
It's all on
don't
Carfax.
do any of it.
No, not all shops do that.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's all in the software.
Just depends on the POS system that you're working with, the management system.
Ours did it.
Yeah.
And that was 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, and people can opt out. You know, some people want to be secretive.
Well, I'd want it on there so when you sell it, it shows
Yeah, that's the
everything
thing.
done.
You figured, you get to prove all your maintenance.
Yeah,
right
but there's
there.
some people that are really suspicious of everybody.
We don't need government. We don't need government intrusion.
Don't put that oil change on my Toyota.
We love you.
What are you doing? What are you doing? The CIA is involved in that.
Well, then they know how far you go, and they can use that in what period of time, and they can use that.
They can
in
use that
conjunction
against
with your
you
cell
somewhere.
phone pings.
Yeah.
To draw like your area of operations.
God, D, that's
establish travel patterns, right? Establish peripheral contacts with other people.
Gosh, you are. I mean, I know what you're saying.
That's what happens.
You're dead serious,
And I
aren't
look
you?
at it like if somebody is that interested in my life, they have more problems.
Yeah, I know.
They need a life of some kind.
Why do you think all this stuff they don't charge? Why do you think this is so valuable? Well, I'll tell you, it's obvious. That's what they're hoping for. See, you drank the Kool-Aid.
I don't want the Kool-Aid. I just don't care.
Are you listening to this, Dragon? It's like,
I mean, really, who does
we all
care?
love D. He's awesome.
Thank you.
He's,
As are you.
And can't wait to visit the farm when you're a
but
gentleman farmer.
There will be no spiders because of the lavender. It keeps spiders away.
Thank God, because there's a whole tarantula invasion right now in southeast Colorado.
They should get
So,
some lavender and chickens.
Mark, we need lavender.
Chickens, especially.
Chickens eat
everything.
Oh God.
They do?
Oh,
Yeah. Some gonna
Mice, snakes.
Yeah.
Our neighbor just put up the cutest chicken house I've ever seen in my life. It is adorable. I was like, I kind of want
Is it
chicken.
like Barbie's house?
They've got lights. It's painted yellow.
that's
It's
so cool.
just adorable.
You gotta have lights. That's how they
No,
light.
these are strung lights, like decorative
Oh,
on the
gotcha.
outside, like
Yeah.
what you might put on your over
Pat-
your hot
patio
tub
or
or
something,
patio.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I learned a little bit. I'll say this: I don't think I want to go out in 3 feet of snow and shovel snow to get into the chicken coop.
No, but they don't lay eggs in the winter anyway.
So, but can they just stay in the house for 6 months like that without getting out and about?
Yeah.
And that's not a big deal?
They're pretty hardy.
I have a lot to learn from you.
Yeah.
And so
All
does
right, 303-713-8255. It's Car Friday, 303 Martino. Mary's got a question on shipping a car. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to tell you about One Clear Choice Doors. Maybe you had hail damage, you're looking for a new garage door. They have showrooms up and down the front range. You go to oneclearchoicedoors.com. Maybe you need a new opener. Maybe, your garage door isn't working. It won't shut. It won't open. They can fix it. They can do a tune-up. These guys live and breathe residential garage doors. Great company. I've used them numerous times. In fact, Chappie, he's a Marine, he's the owner, and just a great guy. He runs a good, tight ship, too. 303, actually, I'll just give you the website, oneclearchoicedoors.com. That's oneclearchoicedoors.com. All right, 303-713-8255. Let's go to an issue with a bad Carfax, and Mary, you'll be up next. Hey, Kent, what do you mean by a bad Carfax?
Well, it's not my car, but my son-in-law and daughter bought a car, a used car from a Toyota dealer, and they got a clean Carfax back. but it turns out that the car was in a major front end wreck. So since they purchased it, the car has never been right.
So, Mark, just as you suspected, it was a clean Carfax when they first bought it, just so you know.
Who'd you buy it from, Kent?
It's a Mountain States Toyota.
So you bought it from Mountain States when?
No, and it's not my car. It's my son.
Okay, when did he buy it? How long ago are we talking? What are we talking about here?
About a year and a half, but they've been having problems with it the whole time.
Now, what was missing from the Carfax?
Well, it didn't show that it was in a front end accident.
Well, okay, but it wasn't salvaged, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
So a couple things for people listening. One, if it was salvaged or what we call a branded title, they have to disclose that. In fact, they have to give you in writing it is, and you have to sign off acknowledging it. So if they didn't do that and it was salvaged, then the bottom line is you can probably get out of the deal. He's had it for so long, though, they can charge him per mile. So I don't know where the math ends up there. But if it wasn't salvaged, unless if their contractor's sales agreement says it's contingent on a Carfax being right, you bought it or he bought it as is. And that's exactly what he did, is he bought it as is.
Okay, well, I guess that's the question I had.
Yeah, the big thing you could look at, and I hate when I just poo-poo over everybody's ideas, but they've had it a year and a half, so once again, I don't know how the math would work out, but one thing you can do, if the Carfax says it's got a branded title or a salvaged title or it was totaled, something along those lines, they do have somewhat of a case. We just got to add up the math for you, and I know people that can do that, but if it wasn't, I don't think you have a leg to stand on. Suzanne, I missed this part of the call, though.
Yeah, because he's saying the Carfax never showed it, but it was right.
Yeah.
So not all shops report to Carfax.
No, not all. But does Carfax show it now?
No.
Well, that I don't know. I don't know if they pulled another one.
Well, okay,
I don't know why it would.
But either or, it's still not going to matter. They bought it as is. Now, but what's curious about this is Kevin just said something that's absolutely true. Do you know, for instance, most body shops, if it's a non-insurance claim, don't report to Carfax because their customers don't want them to. That would be crazy.
It's the insurance that reports to Carfax.
That's right, Kevin. The insurance company reports to them. So if you go to a body shop and pay cash and say, hey, don't put this on Carfax, it'll never end up there. In fact, most of them, it wouldn't end up there even if you didn't ask because they're not the ones reporting. It's the insurance company is the ones reporting.
Well, then, Mark, how do you reassure yourself when you're buying a used car like that?
You bring it to Kevin. You bring it to Sheridan Auto Tech, and he can look and tell if the crumple zone has been fixed.
Yep, easy.
Easily. Yep. So, but once you buy an as-is car, you bought it, Ken. Tell your son that. But if it is salvaged, that's a whole different story, but that doesn't sound like it. Because if it's been a year and a half, it's already been retitled, and on that title it would say salvaged when it was redone. So I highly doubt that. Mary, what's going on with you? Mary?
Hello?
Yes, Mary. How are you?
Hi. Hi, I'm fine. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's your question?
So I'm looking for a company that could ship a car from Lakewood, Denver, that's the basic neighborhood, out to Fort Lewis College in Durango.
Oh, nice. Who's going to college?
My granddaughter.
I'm sorry, your granddaughter.
Yes.
What a beautiful area. What college is it in Durango? Fort Lewis?
Fort
Is it?
Lewis.
I don't. What do they specialize in or anything? Anybody know? It sounds like just a gorgeous.
Outdoor. Yeah, it's gorgeous out there. I've never been there, but she's going to go for outdoor education.
That's exactly what Kevin said. He said physical education they specialize in. That's very cool. Congratulations on that, Mary. Now, I'm going to tell you what, you called in on the right day. If I was going to ship a car, I'd make one call. I'd call over to the guys at JFR who are standing here. And let me tell you why. They ship cars all over the country, every direction, all the time. And what you guys do, and please, Bob, tell me if I'm wrong, when you go to ship a car, you go to carriers you trust and see who's on what route going what direction to find out what the best price is going to be. and then you determine who the shipper's going to be, but you're using just reputable people.
I mean, sort of. So there's a service called Central Dispatch.
Okay.
And almost all the shippers use that. So when you have a car that needs to go from point A to point B, you can list it with them. And so when a transport truck has an empty spot, they'll pick it up.
Got it.
And so you can say, I'll pay X number of dollars and I need it by such and such a date. And then you can up the amount you'll pay if no one picks it up. But
So it's almost like an auction.
It is. And so a lot of the actual transport companies you call direct go to Central Dispatch to list them too.
I got you. So if Mary calls you guys, you'll get the information,
yes,
and then you'll put it on Central Dispatch, and then tell her what the price is going to be. And people are going to compete to give the best price.
Sure, and no one wants an empty spot on a transport truck. So if someone's driving through there on a transport truck going somewhere else,
they'll be like, hey, I'll pick it up right now.
It's extra money, yes.
Hey, that's a great idea. So, Mary, I'm going to give you their number and call over to JFR because they're going to get you the best price. I do have a follow-up question, though, Bob. What happens, all these shippers that are part of this, I'm just going to call it platform, they all, I assume, have to be fully insured.
Yes.
So, and have you ever had a problem?
So, I mean, they take pictures, inspect it when they pick it up, pictures, inspect it when they drop it off.
And then if there is a problem, boom,
they all have
they've handled
insurance.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, Mary, that's the best way and the cheapest way. You ready for the number?
I am ready, yes.
It is 303-520-6839. 303-520-6839. Mary, wish her luck from everybody at the show. Thank you for listening. I'm glad we could help you. And here's the really other cool part about JFR. You need help shipping cars. That's just a tiny little thing. They can source stuff from everywhere. Think about that. And it really doesn't matter, Bob, what people want. And then if they want to lease it, you can do the lease part.
We can arrange lease terms, financing terms, I mean, whatever. Take trade-ins.
I want to reemphasize something we started with the show. They have lease deals right now for $19 to $0 a month because of tax credits on all electric vehicles. You can have a car for 3 months basically for free. I mean, I hate to put it that way. You're paying sales tax and stuff, but the lease payment at $19, give these guys a call. And then if you want a $300,000 Mercedes or a G-Wagon, they can source you on a new one, a used one, and get you the best price. JFRcars.com, 303-520-6839. And then you don't have to go into the dealership and buy windshield wiper protection and wheel tire protection and undercoating and mop and glow and everything else.
So we had a lady trade in a Hummer, which is fully electric, and she bought it used at John Elway Cadillac.
Wow.
They sold her an oil change package.
Are you serious? You're dead serious on an all-electric.
It was a woman, not that they're putting them in a category, but...
Can you imagine the high fives in the back room?
Oh, my, I can't imagine the celebration
Can you ask
they
her
had.
to call us?
I don't know. It wasn't my customer.
Oh,
but-
who is it? Please ask that woman to call us.
I'd love to
and
talk
email
about
us a copy of that oil
If she
change
needs
contract.
help,
She must have got it back,
So we talked her into getting the refund on it and everything else, but she had no idea. And
did she get a
they sold
refund?
her-
Or?
Yeah.
Sell her crazy.
But you can imagine that finance
My
manager.
girlfriend's
that-
daughter, I helped her buy a car over on Broadway, on Colorado Boulevard.
Anytime we have a question on any property, a commercial property, a residential property, any property, you know who we call? We call Brad O'Brien. This guy lives and breathes residential and commercial property. It could be a property line dispute. It could be two people that aren't married buying a house together, a fence problem, an easement, adverse possession, liens on either side, defending a lien or placing a lien, a quiet title action. He can do it all. Negotiation, mediation, arbitration, litigation. My goodness, the list goes on and on. Here's what I want you to remember, though, about Brad O'Brien. If it has to do with property, commercial or residential, you call them. Now, I'm going to talk directly to landlords out there in Colorado. If you're a landlord and have not updated your lease for a long time or even the past 4 years, there has been so many law changes. If you run into having to evict someone or you're not getting paid and that lease doesn't have the T's crossed and the I's dotted, you might be in a world of hurt. You want to talk to Brad. You want to make sure those leases are up to snuff when it comes to residential because, man, the changes are crazy. 720-370 7388. 720-370-7388. Or check them out at olslaw.com.
I went into the closer's office to sign paperwork, and the whole desk is like a screen. And every check, probably about this size, on something this big, with all the programs. And you got to check and delete. And it's just like, no, I don't want any of them. Let's go through it. It's like,
That's their biggest profit center is the finance office.
Unbelievable.
They sell everything.
Yep.
And we can get all that if someone wants it.
I was paying cash one time. You know what they tried to sell me? Gap insurance.
Did you buy it?
Figured it out 2 days later.
Got your prorated refund.
Yeah.
That oil change in electric is funny.
Yeah, she bought everything.
We had the biggest one, the biggest egregious one was a Harley dealer. Guy was back from leave. He was over in wherever.
Ooh, I remember. That was several years ago.
So he, $12,000 Sportster, brand new. Total out the door was $25,000. They hit him with more bullshit than the bike cost.
And he was like a veteran, or he was active duty.
He was active duty. Wow. I went off on the dealership. It was here in Colorado, to the point where it was unbelievable. People were calling in. Everybody was upset. It was a big to-do. To find out that they were one of iHeart's biggest national clients. So two things happened. One,
leave it up to Mark. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, what are the chances? Whatever.
Yep.
Not that it mattered. I mean, it is what it is. iHeart in general never gives a shit. But I mean, this was literally one of their biggest clients. Wow. And the good news though is they refunded him on everything. Whatever he wanted done got done. He got rid of all the mop and glow, and or they gave it to him for free, but they made it perfectly right.
Well, plus a Harley, you buy all the accessories too, all the clothes and everything else too when you're buying them. So it's more than
I think
buying.
the worst one. Remember that old guy with the Mercedes?
Yeah, from Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. That's when.
Which one was
he was
that?
dying, and so he wanted to go see the ocean, and he bought that Mercedes.
We got the attorney involved.
Yeah, we don't.
I think he died. He's got to be
He
dead
died.
by now.
He did die. I talked to Raina. That was with Raina Bias. and
Those guys
She
are
was
assholes.
heartbroken over him.
Yeah.
Who's Raina? Is that the lawyer?
Yeah.
That's the attorney.
Did Phil Long ever do anything to?
I want to say they worked something out, maybe not a full, but something they had worked out. Oh.
Massey, years ago, had a Cadillac in the newspaper, in the Denver Post, advertised at $15,000, whatever the number is, I don't remember. Old lady comes in, buys the Cadillac for over $30,000, over double. Her son is the one that found out and actually had the advertisement where it was listed for 15 and called into the show. And that was like Scamville. They gave her all the money back, but they tried to pull the wool over her eyes because she was an old lady.
Yeah.
It might have been Rickenbaugh. I forget, and I apologize if either of them are listening. It was one of the two. I want to say it was Massey.
Hey, Dee, I hope Larissa's not going to be pissed, but they didn't have broccoli.
Thank God, because that sounds disgusting.
So I was
Who
like,
the hell
she's
puts
getting a
broccoli?
pizza.
Send her some frozen broccoli.
I'll send her a package. I'll put it in the
Hey,
gift
Jason,
box.
you owe her frozen broccoli now, too.
Who puts broccoli on their pizza? It's a little. I love broccoli, but it's a little strange.
Places for broccoli. Pizza.
Yeah. He stayed its lane.
I like fruit.
On
I like
pizza?
pineapple.
Pineapple and jalapeno on pizza.
Radio app and find your next summer preset now.
All right, 303 Martino. Don't forget, I'm going to pound it through your head right now. 303 Martino. Tell your friends. Tell anybody. We get involved. We solve problems. Sometimes we use the power of the media. Other times we use the power of the stomach and bribe people with pizzas. But we do it all here. Please, really pass it around if you're listening to us around the country on the iHeart Network or one of our podcasts anywhere, or if you're actually listening on some of the other stations we're on, please tell your friends, family. That number works all the time. 303-MARTINO, 303-MARTINO, and help at troubleshooter.com. We even monitor that during the weekends. Don't forget, Kevin Calkins, Sheridan Autotech. These guys do it all. When I do their commercials, I love them. And let me tell you what's cool. I don't care if you just need someone to maintain your car. Oil changes, coolant system flushes, air conditioning services, alignments, tires, they do it all. But when something breaks and you want a great price and one of the best warranties out there, you call Kevin. They have a nationwide warranty with the Napa system. If they do an alternator and you break down somewhere, there's going to be a shop around there that's going to fix it under warranty. That is SheridanAutotech.com. Sheridan Autotech. Thanks, Kevin. Rod Greer, Bob Perry, JFR Cars. These guys can source new, used, everything in between. They can help you with leases, get you the best deal. They have stuff right now on all electrics that can be as low as $0 a month, if you can believe that. You basically pay the sales tax on these leases, and you have such a low payment, it's like a free car. Call these guys. JFRCars.com.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
The Denver Broncos 7K is back on Sunday, August 31st. All runners finish on the 50-yard line at Empower Field at Mile High and receive a limited edition Broncos 7K tee and medal. Register today at denverbroncos.com/7K.
Your AC is out and you worry about getting ripped off with costly repairs. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. My friends at Fix It 24/7 offer free second opinions, giving you peace of mind you're getting the right price. And if your AC is out, no diagnostic charge. Fix It 24/7. Your trusted AC and home services partner. Go to fixmyhome.com. Click book now for your free second opinion. Fixmyhome.com. That's free second opinions, no charge. Fixmyhome.com.
People join Walk MS to raise awareness and funds that change the world for everyone affected by multiple sclerosis. Walk MS brings communities together, creating teams with friends, loved ones, and coworkers to rally around those we care about and end MS forever. Together, we can change the world for people with MS. Register today at walkms.org.
We've become so much more than a fixed frequency from a radio tower. Take your radio with you. 630 KHOW is now available on multiple platforms and thousands of devices. Listen to Denver's talk station from anywhere.
A stream online
at KHOW.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. President Trump's greeted the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan at the White House ahead of the signing of a trilateral agreement that's intended to end decades of fighting. There's no end in sight to the fighting between Russia and Ukraine, although today is the president's deadline for Russia to agree to a ceasefire. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz says
the White House had originally been pushing for a trilateral meeting between Trump, Putin, and Ukraine's President Zelensky, but Putin has made it clear that a meeting with Zelensky is off the table for now, saying conditions for that are still far away.
Democrats in Texas denied Republicans a quorum in the state house for the third time, blocking efforts to redraw state legislative maps. And NASA says astronaut Jim Lovell's died at 97. He flew to space 4 times and was best known as the commander of the Apollo 13 mission. This is ABC News. The attorney for a Tennessee man executed this